Live from the Mississippi Coast Coliseum in Biloxi, Mississippi, it is time for a Friday night edition of Columbus River Dragons hockey. Hello everybody, my name is Liam Godimer. As always, it's an absolute pleasure to be here alongside all of you as tonight the River Dragons face the Biloxi Breakers for the 7th time this season. This past weekend, well, the River Dragons skated away with 2 straight wins against Biloxi. First on Friday, it was a 7-3 victory. Then on Saturday, a 5-1 win on Outdoors Night. With that, let's take you back to Saturday night's win at the Lair.
Ross Bartlett goes down on the faceoff. And now we have a tilt on our hands. It's A.J. Schlepp. Wears number 17 for Biloxi, 6'8", against Joel Texmo, number 95. Let's do it. Each player got a couple of shots in. Schlepp winds up on top of Joel Texmo. Patakin gets to his own puck. He's got a man on behind. That's Heitzner. He sends it there. Heitzner whiffs on the shot. But the drive eventually does come in, and Trevor Babin said, not today, Connor Moments. And the 4th player is Yaroslav Yevdokimov. Colton in front, they score! Alexander Jermayev scored last night in the 3rd period. Tonight, a redirection into the top part of the net. It's 1-0 in favor of the good guys. Alexander Jermayev, who scored the first goal of tonight's game. He takes the face off, the puck to the side of Borodkin. Here's a turnover. It's Kyle Moore. Did not miss the net by Matthew Horn. Picks it up and misses the net. He gets to his own rebound, though, and Borodkin got to that. Ryan Galvin as a player, a Storjahan that hits the post. A sweet setup, though, from Tyler Barrow. So Barrow, all the way across the sheet. Samaro, the dish. Storjahan, my goodness. Now Jermayev will set up a 3-on-2. This is Kyle Moore. Moore across the ice. Jermayev, what a save. The rebound. Winds up behind said goal. Here's a stuff-in chance. The puck is still loose. Kyle Moore, who had 4 assists last night, will sweep it for Yevdokimov. Here's a shot from the left. Does not go to the net. Instead, it was intended for Moore, who had collided with a breaker. Those two separate. Lucas Pikarczyk, one man defending. That is Mike Wynn. How about Wynn? Closing him off, forced him to the outside, and really allowed nothing. Engulfed were the Breakers by the defense of Mike Wynn. How about Babin down on the seat of his pants, and he keeps it out. A chance for the Dragons to take a 2-0 lead. Pad save, rebound. Oh, I almost called it. Storjahan on the backhand. Heitzner's got him wrapped up, and now Kyle Heitzner against Trevor Babin, and Babin with the swat. Now a chance for Columbus in the final 2 seconds. Barrow realizes and forces Borodkin to lift that stick up in the air and make a desperation denial at the horn. This is Liam Godimer saying, it's go time on the 2nd stanza this evening. Here's a centering pass, and Joel Texmo, the first bid to the Biloxi cage. Inside of the opening 15 seconds. Once they gain the line, look for Biloxi to get set up into their formation. Flanagan's pass, though, goes awry. Tyler Barrow left the puck behind. So Lucchese, left circle. This is Trey Fisher. His shot deflected right off the stick of a Dragon and out of play. Oh, that's an overskate. Here's Horn. Oh, Borodkin. Man. I wanted that one. I know you all did too. Connor Mullins from a sharp angle. Whiffed that. Now Bartlett gets a chance. Trevor Babin makes the save, but it would not have mattered if that puck had gone in, because that is hand pass. Make it 2 hand passes on the same team in the first 3 minutes and 54 seconds of the period. Tyler Barrow with his white stick. He's in the corner alongside Cody Wickline, a one-time option. That is Alex Storjahan. He got down to a knee. The puck hit the window. So Alex Storjahan hails from Anthem, Arizona. Tyler Barrow with a ton of open space. He goes across, and Borodkin, oh my goodness. Dang, nabbit. So Brody Thornton on the backhand to the front. Galvin holds, shoots, save. There's a goal coming for your Dragons. I feel it in my bones. Kyle Moore receives the puck from Galvin. Moore shoots, save, Borodkin. And Biloxi is back to full strength. Lair Patakin is out of the box, so we have returned to even strength. A face-off win for the Dragons. Here is Mike Wynn, number 44, and that's a stick stop from Borodkin. Matthew Horn, the back check of Heitzner will lead Pete Harchek on his horse. The puck bounces perfectly for Columbus, and Horn will drop it back. Win a fast feed. He gets it right back upon the return. Despite 2 breakers coming to him, he will stretch it north, and now at the center ice logo, and now over through the attacking line, it's Scaldi. Scaldi, a back pass for Joel Texmo. That's stopped by Borodkin, cleared by being banked off of the far flank inside of the breaker area of the ice. Hey, there he is again, guys. Ross Bartlett, number 68, best of the game. Cook's Pest Control, we love you. Ross Bartlett, his pass goes absolutely nowhere. Tyler Barrow waiting for a breakaway pass. It was blocked. Lucas Texmo still has the puck. He dances to the slot and scores! Oh, baby, what a goal from Lucas Texmo! This will be a breakaway for Tyler Barrow. Barrow against Borodkin. He scores! Never a doubt, Tyler Barrow. Barrow surveys the scene, met by 2 breakers. 45 seconds left to go in the period. Wickline near a wall. He centers. Barrow from behind the net will spin away from Lucchese. Here's the bomb from Underwood, deflected by Storjahan. They score! Cody Wickline, the recipient, on the doorstep. Now this will be perhaps numbers. Here is Carter Thornton. Elected to take the shot from the mid-slot, did not hit the net. Now Columbus will be off to the races. Here we go. It's Wickline with Storjahan And they score! Cody Wickline with numbers, and he puts it away. As a drive from Flanagan, save made, rebound, score. Amy Arroyo, or excuse me, Don Haven Velu gets the goal. This game is over. The River Dragons.
It's hockey time again on the Chattahoochee. Your Columbus River Dragons are back in action at home on Friday and Saturday, February 13th and 14th. Puck drops at 7:35 p.m. on Friday and 7:05 on Saturday as the Dragons take on the Baton Rouge Zydeco. Get your tickets now at the Civic Center box office or by visiting ourdragons.com. He shoots and you score. Let's go Dragons.
Hey River Dragons fans, today we're showing you how to get your tickets on FIVO.
Step 1, open FIVO.
Step 2, pick your game.
Step 3, choose your seats.
And you can add merch right before checkout.
That was actually really easy.
Yep, FIVO keeps everything really simple.
Get your River Dragons tickets today on FIVO.
All right, here's the game plan. Tickets, food, drinks.
You forgot popcorn.
Popcorn, please. I'm talking about the family 4-pack.
That's a new play?
Even better, 4 tickets to a River Dragons game, 4 Chick-fil-A entrees, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, 4 popcorns, all for just $40. Boom!
Did somebody say boom? Coach, can families run that play too? Only if they act fast. Clock's ticking.
The family 4-pack, 4 tickets, $40. We'll see you at the rink. Let's go Dragons.
A warm welcome back to the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. Liam Godimer, your play-by-play broadcaster, back here with you. Not too far away from puck drop between your River Dragons and the Breakers. For the 7th time in total this season, Columbus winning every single meeting previous between these two clubs this year. And the most recent meeting, which of course was on Saturday night before the commercial break, you all watched the highlights of the game. The River Dragons scored 5 goals in this order. Alexander Jemayev, Lucas Texmo with a highlight reel goal, his 2nd of the year. Tyler Barrow, the FPHL's Player of the Month for January, and 2 tallies for Cody Wickline. Earning the victory in between the pipes was Trevor Babin. He had to make just 18 saves on 19 Biloxi shots in the win as Columbus grabbed the victory, their 6th straight win overall, and points 61, 62, and 63 in the Continental Division standings. 16 points behind the Athens Rock Lobsters for 2nd place entering play this evening. With that, let's take a look at what your head coach, the franchise legend, Jerome Boom Boom Bichard, had to say about the last game against the Biloxi Breakers and the 6-game winning streak as a whole.
Coach, during practice this week, what was the emphasis from you taking on the same opponent here tonight and then tomorrow a new opponent?
Yeah, you know what, kind of can't look past Biloxi, obviously, but that's the next one up. But PD is really the one you really want to focus on. But no, we did some transition work and really kind of fine-tuned some of our defensive coverages kind of thing and defensive coverage coming in off a rush, you know, and I think, you know, over the last couple weeks, or even more so the whole year. If we have any problems, it's like we're defending a rush, and all of a sudden we're coming back. Are we in D-zone coverage? Are we in breakout mode? And I got 3 people in D-zone coverage and 2 people on breakout, and we're not on the same page as far as that. So really tried to hone in on kind of coming back, identifying, do we have the puck? Are we breaking out, or are we still in D-zone coverage kind of thing where we don't have the puck, and having guys really identify there and talk, communicate, and really kind of hone in on shutting people down in our end.
Scott Doherty comes back from the South Carolina Stingrays. What kind of impact do you think he'll have on this team?
Well, you know what? I mean, Doc's obviously is a physical presence out there, and I think being in the East Coast League for better part of the year, or half the year kind of thing. I think just with seeing him on the ice one day, I mean, I think his skating has improved. He's not graceful out there, but he is a strong guy, and he does have he can get up and go kind of thing. So I think his confidence level from last year to this year is going to need to be better. And then, depending on where I got him right now, with how things have shaken out this week, he'll probably end up playing D to start off with, and kind of ease him in there or whatever, and go from there. So obviously him being 6'4", so whatever 5, up front, he plays a different role up front than he would on defense. But at the end of the day, you're 6'5", you still need to be physical and mean and nasty, and I kind of think that's what he brings to the table.
Can fans expect to see him in the lineup both games this weekend?
I would think so, yep.
Okay. In terms of the goaltending, have you made a decision in terms of tonight, or?
Yeah, you know what? I talked to both of those guys, and they're both pretty laid back. You wouldn't think that about Babin, but I'm like, I talk to them and say, hey, who's going? Who gets the road? Who gets the home? And it shook out where Roy's going to play tonight in Biloxi, and Babs will get on Saturday night here at home.
Let's talk about the travel a little bit. A unique situation where you have to leave today, head to Biloxi, play in Biloxi, then come right back, play against PD on home ice. How do you get your team prepared for such a different travel schedule from what?
Well, you know what? It doesn't happen very often, but I mean, back in the day, we did it all the time. It's not a big deal. I mean, just another game. Every game is another game. Sometimes you have good travel, sometimes you don't. The kicker on this one is PD is here skating, and they don't play on Friday night, or they don't play tonight, so they're sitting here waiting for us to get back, and we'll get back 5, 6 o'clock in the morning type thing. So, you know what? Just another day in the minors.
Coach, thank you for your time. Good luck tonight.
You bet. No crazy question?
I tried to come up with something on the spot, but, I could go back to that question that you.
I'm not ready.
You
yet.
Want to think about that one? No,
I'm not ready.
Too early for that one? Well, I'll think of a fun one for next time, Coach.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Hey, grab me one too.
Hey, it's Bill, your foodie guy, and you know I love food, right? So we've teamed up with Mike and Ed's Barbecue in Columbus on Schaumburg Road and our friends at Pepsi Buffalo Rock to create $1 Wing Wednesday. Look what I've got here. I've got a pile of wings, I've got my celery, and I've got my free Pepsi. I'll see you at Mike and Ed's on Schaumburg Road in Columbus. $1 Wing Wednesday. See you there.
In the South, there's a few things your home needs. Like you need a strong fan on a hot day.
It's so hot.
Like Friday nights need football. Like front porches gotta have rocking chairs.
Bye, Grandma. Bye, Grandpa.
And in the South, you need pest control you can trust to protect your home. That's why you need Cook's Pest Control.
Cook's Pest Control.
Hey, play for an ultra?
We playing for ultras? Brace you for an ultra?
Put an ultra on it. Don't forget, there's ultras on the line. Woo! I didn't.
Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
An orthopedic injury doesn't mean you have to spend hours in the ER. Houston Urgent Ortho now offers orthopedic urgent care 6 days a week. At Houston Urgent Ortho, see an orthopedic specialist for your fracture, sprain, strain, or pain. Everything you need for your orthopedic injury is here, because orthopedics is all we do. Go straight to the specialist. Go to Houston Urgent Ortho.
A warm welcome back to the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Liam Godimer back here with you, your play-by-play broadcaster and media relations manager. A little bit of a delay to puck drop for tonight's game. The puck will drop between 8:10 and 8:15 Eastern Standard Time, so roughly a 5 to 10 minute delay for everybody watching. With that said, let's continue our pregame coverage right here on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Before the commercial break, you heard from our head coach, Jerome Boom Boom Bichard, about his team's most recent performance, the emphasis in practice this week. Of course, looking ahead to not only tonight, but tomorrow as well, taking on a new opponent. A very unique week for the River Dragons, taking on two different teams. Tonight, it's the Biloxi Breakers on the road. Tomorrow, it's the PD Ice Cats at the Civic Center. PD is already there at the Columbus Civic Center getting some practice time. How rude of them. Just kidding, of course. Let's now get to our Pest of the Game, which, as always, is proudly brought to you by our friends over at Cook's Pest Control. And for me, I'm taking a look at Carter Thornton, who wears number 86, the forward, 6'1", 180 pounds, out of Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. He's 26 years old, and with the Breakers stripped of a lot of their top-end offensive players, Carter Thornton, a big key piece of this offensive operation for the Biloxi Breakers. He's physical, he gets involved in all three zones, and he's most certainly a player that you will want to watch out for tonight. He has 17 points in 36 games entering play this evening. Former member of the Watertown Wolves, has experience in the Federal Prospects Hockey League. All of that to tell you that Carter Thornton, number 86, is tonight's Pest of the Game. A special thank you, as always, to our friends over at Cook's Pest Control. And with a Pest of the Game means we must have a fire starter of the night. And the fire starter of the night is the man who had 3 assists on Saturday night against the Breakers. A 4-point weekend in total for number 4, Alex Storjahan. A goal and 3 assists on the weekend for Storjahan, who earlier this season surpassed 200 games played in the FPHL and 200 points produced as a professional hockey player. The forward, 6'0", 190 pounds, out of Anthem, Arizona. A leader in the room on the ice. And the River Dragons will need him tonight as they look to secure their 7th straight win and their 7th win this season, head-to-head over Biloxi. The River Dragons will line up tonight as follows. Tyler Barrow, Alex Storjahan, your fire starter of the night, and Cody Wickline is the first 3-man unit. And oh, how well those three have been working with one another since being put as a group by your head coach, Jerome Boom Boom Bichard. I talked to Kevin Saba during the intermission last weekend about how it just looks like those three have the puck on a string when they are in the offensive zone. And Kevin remarked immediately afterwards, said, not too fun practicing against them either. I can't imagine that it is. The second line, Joel Texmo, number 95. He's on the left. In the middle, that's number 71, Alexander Jemaev out of Creston, British Columbia. On his right is Matthew Horn, who wears number 12, the first-year player out of Massachusetts. The third line, Skate Scaldi, number 37, the man who joined me on Chatting on the Chattahoochee, which I will show you during the first and second intermission, so make sure to stick around. He's on the left. In the middle on that line is Ryan Galvin, number 28, the forward out of Atlanta, Georgia. And on the right is Kyle Moore, number 15. Up front, the River Dragons still without Ryan Hunter, number 88, who is with the ECHL South Carolina Stingrays. Yaroslav Yevdokimov, who was recently loaned out to Utah, to the Grizzlies of the ECHL. And Joetten Blacksmith, who remains on injured reserve. On defense, Brody Thornton. He is paired up with number 23, Justin Samaro. The second pair is Lucas Texmo, number 6. He scored an absolutely gorgeous goal on outdoors night, giving the River Dragons what was then a 2-0 advantage. Alongside Lucas is Kirk Underwood. He wears number 11. He is your captain. The third pair, there he is, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody watching. Number 13, he is back. Scott Doherty on the back end tonight. He's paired up with Josh Colton. Mike Wynn did not make the trip with the team. A warm welcome back to Scott Doherty, back where he belongs here in Columbus. Of course, so happy for him that he had the opportunity with the Stingrays, but now back with the River Dragons, looking to make an impact once again on defense on that third and final pair alongside the veteran Josh Colton. In goal, number 35, that is Tyler Roy, backed up by Trevor Babin, number 72. It was Babin that got the win in between the pipes on Saturday night for the River Dragons, while it was Tyler Roy, number 35, who got the win on Friday. And really, Friday night's victory was the culmination of several solid starts in a row for Tyler Roy. He's won 4 straight, dating back to his win on January the 16th against the Indiana Sentinels, where he made 37 saves on 39 shots. How did he follow up that game? Well, with a shutout, 32 for 32 the next evening against the Sentinels as well. A victory against the Zydeco 2 weeks ago, then this past weekend against the Biloxi Breakers at the Lair, he went 30 for 33. 4 straight victories for Tyler Roy, looking to make it 5. 6 straight wins overall for the River Dragons in search of making it 7. Now we'll take a peek at the out-of-town scoreboard for this evening, which, as always, is proudly brought to you by our friends over at Zelmo's Zippin'. There are 4 other games going on around the FPHL on this Friday, February the 6th. The first, well, that's the Indiana Sentinels, the aforementioned Indiana Sentinels. They are visiting the Binghamton Black Bears. That should be an interesting game. Indiana playing some better hockey over the last few weeks. Binghamton enduring some struggles, really, for the first time this season. Keep an eye on that one. The Watertown Wolves and the Danbury Hat-Tricks. The puck drops on that game at 7:30. Watertown on the road, Danbury at home. This game I'm excited for. The Blue Ridge Bobcats and the Topeka Scarecrows. 8:05 Eastern Standard Time. The puck drops. At the same time, it's the Baton Rouge Zydeco visiting the Monroe Moccasins. And around the FPHL entering play this evening, here are the standings. The Continental is led by the Monroe Moccasins. The Athens Rock Lobsters are in second. Columbus, as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, 16 points behind the Athens Rock Lobsters, but not too much of a deficit to make up when you can gain 3 points in the standings with a regulation victory. The challenge comes with keeping Athens off of the winning track. In fourth, that's the Twin City Thunderbirds. They continue to flip-flop with the 5th place team. That's the PD Ice Cats, who are at the Lair tomorrow night. In 6th, the Baton Rouge Zydeco. In 7th and last with 18 points. The team, the River Dragons, take on tonight the Biloxi Breakers. On to the Empire. I touched that the Binghamton Black Bears were taking on the Indiana Sentinels. Tonight they are in first place, while Indiana is in last in the Empire Division. Sandwiched in between those two teams, that's a big sandwich. The Port Huron Prowlers, the Topeka Scarecrows, the Blue Ridge Bobcats, the Danbury Hat-Tricks, the Watertown Wolves, and that's all. There's a look at your standings around the FPHL entering play today. With puck drop imminent, one last thing to get you all to. The pre-sale for our Turn Back the Clock specialty jerseys is officially live. These are the exact custom-made jerseys the River Dragons will be wearing on the ice on March the 28th to celebrate the night. Adult sizes are $150, while youth sizes cost $140 with a full range of sizes from youth extra small to adult 6XL. And do you want to wear exactly what the pros wear? Well, authentic River Dragons jerseys are now available for purchase. These are the real deal. Crafted with high-quality materials and featuring fully sewn patches and numbers. No sublimation here. Customize yours with any past or present player, or put your own name and your favorite number on the back. Adults are $199 and kids cost $189. These are custom made to order, so please allow 10 to 12 weeks for delivery. Don't wait. Head to rdragonsmerch.com or scan that QR code on each side of the screen to place your order today and suit up like a pro. River Dragons fans, are you feeling lucky? Well, here is your chance to own a piece of River Dragons hockey history. Right now, on Dash, we are raffling off an authentic game-worn jersey from our very own number 71, Alexander Jemayev, straight off of his back from tonight's game. Imagine adding that one-of-a-kind, battle-tested sweater to your collection. Tickets start at just $10, but don't wait. The raffle closes this Sunday, February 8th at midnight. Head to Dash now and get those entries in. "20 minutes on the clock, both teams on the sheet. I'm done. I'll leave it to the national anthem and the pregame festivities right here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps for the singing of our national anthem. Performing our national anthem tonight is Brooklyn Maury.
The national anthem has been sung. 20 minutes on the clock. Both teams on the sheet. The Columbus River Dragons and the Biloxi Breakers for the 7th time this season. In this first period, which as always is presented by our friends over at Chick-fil-A in Midland, your River Dragons will skate from right to left. They are wearing their white uniforms with the teal and black letters and numbers along the back and on the sides. The starters for your River Dragons are as follows. First on defense, it's your captain, Kirk Underwood. He wears number 11. He's paired up with the rookie blue liner, number 6. That's Lucas Texmo. In goal, behind the two aforementioned defensemen, is Tyler Roy. He wears number 35. He has not lost in his last 4 starts. Up front, it's Alexander Jemayev, number 71. By the way, you can enter for a chance to win his jersey on Dash right now. On his wings, Joel Texmo. He wears number 95 and is the brother of Lucas Texmo. And on the other wing, it's Kyle Moore. Ross Bartlett against Alexander Jemayev. The puck has been dropped. We are underway. This is Liam Godimer saying, it's go time on tonight's game. In goal for Biloxi, it's Anton Borodkin. As we have no icing. Should have been an icing, but it's not. This will be an icing on the River Dragons. Yes, it will. We have a stop. 26 seconds into the game.
Icing the call brought to you by Ben & Jerry's, located in the Hard Rock Casino.
As I touched on, it was Tyler Roy in between the pipes for the River Dragons tonight. 14, 6 and 1, 3.94 goals against average, and an .885 save percentage. While on the other side, it's Anton Borodkin still searching for that first win. 5.16 goals against average and an .895 save percentage. As Columbus will work in on a potential 3-on-2, it's Kyle Moore, number 15. He's stopped down, and now the other direction. In transition, it's Lucas Pikarczyk, number 27. He's got a man on behind. That's Ross Bartlett, number 68. Bartlett acquired after Biloxi traded away their captain, Yaroslav Yevdokimov, to provide a boost up front. As tape-to-tape, Kyle Moore receives the puck. Now Lucas Texmo will drive in, and a defenseman for Biloxi crashed into Anton Borodkin. As finishing his check up along the near wall in the same moment is Joel Texmo. So 5 players in the far side corner. It pops free for Kyle Heitzner, the former River Dragon. And Lucas Pikarczyk out to the center ice logo, but he was denied entry. There's an icing on Columbus. We'll have a stoppage.
Brought to you by Ben & Jerry's, located in the Hard Rock Casino.
The River Dragons enter this game with a record of 18-11, 3-2-1. They have 63 points. They are in 3rd place in the Continental Division. While conversely, Biloxi is 5-27, 1-1-0. They have 18 points. Biloxi has lost 7 straight games, while the River Dragons have won 6 consecutive contests overall. Brandon Lucchese, who wears number 88, comes in to take the face-off for Biloxi. The puck screams over to the far side half boards. A shot towards Roy trickles wide of the net. Tyler Barrow with a touch. The FPHL's Player of the Month for January. 17 points in 10 games for Tyler. He's out there alongside Cody Wickline and Matthew Horn for this shift. Horn sets up Wickline. He'll scamper over to the right side flank. Onto the tape of Barrow. A one-timer from Colton, caught out of the air by Borodkin. Barrow put it on a tee for Colton. He's on the ice for his first shift back. Not playing on defense, he's playing up front. It's Scott Doherty, welcome back, Doc. Of note, supposed to be skating alongside Cody Wickline and Tyler Barrow is Alex Storjahan. Matthew Horn takes the shift on the wing there as a deflection goes through the legs of Roy, but wide of the net. If you're just joining us, the River Dragons and the Breakers, scoreless. The 7th head-to-head meeting between the two teams. Justin Samaro on defense. Scott Doherty wearing number 13. He's in a board battle. He wins said board battle. Not many that Scott Doherty is going to lose, standing at 6'5", 230 pounds. Doherty not with the River Dragons to begin the season. He was with the ECHL South Carolina Stingrays as a grade A look and coming for Biloxi. A denial made by Tyler Roy. Doherty played 12 games with the Stingrays, had an assist. That point came in his ECHL debut. So Brendan Spinelli, number 55. He has a full head of steam going into the near side corner up against Alexander Jemayev. Bartlett will push it down the wall. Jemayev picks it up behind Roy. He'll skate over to the far side and reach for it at the center ice red line, but no luck. Biloxi relays it the other direction. No icing indicated by the linesman here. 6 combined shots on goal, 3 for each team to start us off. As Moore fights through one, he's getting held up. The referee, who is right next to Kyle Moore, is thinking about blowing that whistle, but elected not to. Heitzner winds up, sends a shot on, and Roy kicks it aside. That was a screamer off of the stick of Heitzner. Heitzner skating alongside Lucas Pikarczyk and Ross Bartlett. They're in the offensive zone. But a flip into the air from Joel Texmo without icing the puck. Nicely done. Declan Flanagan will move it up quickly. It's rung around the board, so Brody Thornton is forced to make a play. Bartlett with a nifty feed behind the back. Wickline will now intercept in between the 2 circles inside of his own end, and here he comes. His drop pass gliding into the boards is Matthew Horn. He's okay. We have a delayed penalty. This will be on Columbus. Bartlett across the ice deflects off of the stick of Wickline, I should say. Not touched up for possession until just moments ago. Now it is the first power play of the game. We'll go to the Breakers. Matthew Horn takes the penalty. On your screen, the percentages for each team on the power play. Columbus does well to win possession back. Ryan Galvin will get it up in the air, but all the way across the ice, still deep in his own end. As a result, it's not cleared. It's 2 minutes for a high stick. The high stick did not draw blood, so it's just 2 minutes. As Roy gets the blocker up to make a stick save. Chopped on and out by Tyler Barrow, who really does it all out there. So Fisher, rink wide, off of the stick of Lucchese. He's tied up by Thornton, right point Flanagan. His slapper gets deflected. Shooting is Carter Thornton from the far side. Does not get through to the net. Here's another blast from Flanagan. Stop made by Roy. The rebound pops loose. Still kept in for Biloxi. Flanagan creeps in to the net. Save made. Roy goes to his left, then his right, and then makes a breadbasket save on a shot from the outside. 1:09 into the penalty. Let's head to our very first commercial timeout of regulation time. It's 0-0 Biloxi on the power play for another 51 seconds when we return.
It's hockey time again on the Chattahoochee. Your Columbus River Dragons are back in action on Saturday, February 7th as we take on the PD Ice Cats. Puck drops at 7:05 p.m. for a night of fast-paced, hard-hitting hockey. Get your tickets now at the Civic Center box office or by visiting ourdragons.com. He shoots and you score. Let's go Dragons.
Welcome back to Breaker Bay. Liam Godimer here with you. The score is 0-0. In the box is Matthew Horn, 2 minutes for a high stick. Columbus has killed 1:09 of that. Still on the floor in Decor, penalty kill, getting outshot 8-3 in the first 5:47 of the game. In the dot, Tyler Barrow draws possession for his team. Kyle Moore on the attempted clear, it does not get out. So here's Lair Pateka, number 23. The defenseman who started the season with the Blue Ridge Bobcats has moved around quite a bit. On the forehand, looking for a net front tip. That was nifty. Bartlett had it on his forehand, but now Kyle Moore will chip it ahead to himself. It's a shorthanded break for number 15, and Borodkin extends the left pad. Moore still has it. His feed for an oncoming Doherty just missed him. One of the Achilles heels for the Breakers all year has been giving up shorthanded goals at inopportune times. Giving up a shorthanded goal at any time is inopportune. We are now back to full strength. No shorthanded goal, but no power play goal either. We're still scoreless. The two teams now skating 5-on-5. Matthew Horn out of the box. Near corner, Ross Bartlett. He'll pull up. He's got an option. That was Schlepp. He could not let that one-timer loose. Taking a hit to make a play is Cody Wickline. He gets it into the attacking zone, but Ross Bartlett will sidestep one, dive down into the skates of Doherty to just poke check it into Columbus ice. Thornton comes right back in and sends a test to the way of Borodkin. Columbus, since the media timeout, 2 straight shots on goal to Biloxi's none. Now Joel Texmo will skate out alongside Skate Scaldi. Those two are onside, at least I thought, but the linesman says no. Do we have a brouhaha on the way? Joel Texmo was involved. And then AJ Schlepp, who was behind the play, gave Joel a cross-check to the lower back. Those two already fought on Saturday night. And despite a sizable difference in wingspan, Joel Texmo did quite well. So I'm not sure if AJ Schlepp would want to mess with number 95 again. That's not even to mention that if Joel decides not to fight, well, Scott Doherty is back. There are not many in the FPHL who will stand up to Scott Doherty as a slapper from Colton nearly got through Borodkin. River Dragons moving the puck quite well around the perimeter of the offensive zone here. Joel Texmo wears number 95, his second year with the River Dragons. He takes a check from Flanagan, who had just worked right past him without grabbing the puck. The attempted clear denied by Kyle Moore. The puck whipped into the left wing corner. Jemayev has a man all over him. He's inside of the near side circle. Thornton hauls his man down, but that's just a good physical play along the wall. Moore comes out from beneath the dot. Jemayev, left side. Moore, a slapper. It's blocked. Thornton thinks about stepping up. Now he's caught in between and makes an outstanding play. Keeps the puck in. A goal may be coming here. Jemayev into the slot. Wickline waits, fires on, and it hits the lower leg of a breaker. A sensational shift there, though, from that line. Have not seen Alex Storjahan at all to begin tonight's game. So that's why I assume the lines are shuffled as Barrow protects. Searches for Wickline. The pass intercepted by the Breakers. They work it only as far as center, where touching it right back into the zone will be Lucas Texmo. So through center, Biloxi will now try the right side of the ice. It's Brendan Spinelli. Spinelli wears number 55. He fought Skate Scaldi.
this past weekend, and Skate told me that it was a fun, respectable tilt as Barrow, his pass, cleaned up by Heitzner. The River Dragons, though, getting behind the Biloxi defense on a few occasions already, as we have officially reached the halfway mark of the opening period. So Doherty, Samaro has the puck. His pass intended for Scaldi, picked right off by Patakin. Now, this might be an odd man rush, but how about Ryan Galvin coming back? That will be a penalty, though, on the River Dragons. That'll be a hook. We'll see if it's on Galvin. It will be Ryan Galvin that goes to the box. Columbus on the floor in the core penalty kill. When we come back for the second time in the first 10-20 of the game.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique boats, Cub Crafter airplanes, and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, VectorPly.com, to learn more about Vector Ply and our opportunities.
Oh my cheese. The new OM cheeseburger from Applebee's. We took our juicy all-beef patty, melty American cheese, crispy applewood smoked bacon, spicy honey mustard, and fries, and put it on a sizzling skillet of cheese. So push the cheese, pull the cheese, love the cheese. Too much cheese? Never. Applebee's new OM cheeseburger for $11.99, also on our 2 for $25 menu.
Back here in Biloxi, the River Dragons and the Breakers tied 0-0. Columbus on the floor in the core penalty kill for the second time in the frame. Ryan Galvin, number 28, to the box. 2 minutes for a hook. Kyle Moore had a shorthanded breakaway on the first floor in the core penalty kill for the River Dragons. This time, Tyler Barrow, the first to the puck in the Columbus offensive zone. He'll do well to keep the puck right away from the Breakers. Now, we'll apply the pressure onto Borodkin, who nearly takes a penalty. Kyle Moore joins Barrow. And for the first half minute of this Breaker power play, the puck has been in their zone. Now that's being effective. Pete Karchek. Heitzner, backdoor, whiffing on the shot was Darius Davidson. Now Tyler Barrow, shorthanded breakaway, he scores! Seconds into the penalty kill, Tyler Barrow with a breakaway beauty. It's 1-0 River Dragons. Tyler Barrow was holding his face after he scored the goal. I have to take a second look as to what may have gotten to him. The goal scored. The goal, to my knowledge, counts. The referee, though, has come over to the scorer's table. Just a clock issue. The goal counts. Tyler Barrow, the FPHL's Player of the Month for January, converts on the second shorthanded breakaway for the River Dragons already in this period.
River Dragons goal scored by number 8, Tyler Barrow. Assisted by number 5, Josh Colton. Time of the goal.
Here's another shorthanded chance, perhaps. Jemaev with a nifty feed, but taking that away is Trey Fisher.
Cross corner, the puck off of the boards. Carter Thornton was stripped, and now the River Dragons will come up north once more. It's Jemayev weaving in over the attacking line, 1-on-4. The back check of Thornton took the puck from number 71. Now the other direction. This is Lair Patakin. Up along the near wall. Jemayev, an incredible shift for number 71. My goodness. You talk about doing a little bit of everything. Columbus still on the floor in the core penalty kill for another 15 seconds. This is Carter Thornton, the pest of the game, presented by Cook's Pest Control. Lair Patakin has it now. He'll dance around one. One-time option, they score! Fisher flat out buried that one. It's 1-1. The River Dragons with a chance to take the lead right back. Here skates Scaldi, a backhander, into the catching glove of Anton Borodkin. Scott Doherty has a man in a headlock. This is going to be fun, having Doc back. Galvin does well to win the faceoff. From the left point, Brody Thornton will shoot straight into the catching glove of Anton Borodkin. So the goals come 1 minute and 5 seconds apart from one another. For the River Dragons, it was Tyler Barrow, number 8, assisted by Josh Colton, shorthanded. Then shortly thereafter, Trey Fisher from Brandon Lucchese and Lair Patakin on the power play. The two teams skating at even strength now as we have a breaker without a stick. Can Columbus take advantage? Skating away from that loose stick is Brody Thornton. He did not miss the twine by all that much. Galvin left side flank. Puck played away into some trouble for Biloxi. They turn it over. Samaro, goal line, Scaldi caught. .652 remaining here in the first period. This is a reminder that fans chatting on the Chattahoochee featuring Skate Scaldi coming your way during the first intermission. I'll recap the opening frame, take a drive around the Federal Prospects Hockey League for out-of-town scoreboard, and then it's a conversation with me and Skate. Here's a little sneak preview for you. Skate had not just a dance move, but a joke too at the end. As Carter Thornton, the pest of the game, will shoot off of the blocker of Tyler Roy. There's a shot that goes off of the crossbar, perhaps, as the Breakers coming close to taking the lead. Kirk Underwood, a stretch feed. Onto the close skates of Matthew Horn, who keeps the puck in. A one-timer from Barrow, misses the net, and unable to sweep it in on the backhand was Wickline. Here's another chance for Barrow, and he hit the window. Lucas Texmo to the net. That pinballs around, and Texmo goes sliding out into the neutral zone. Underwood will move it quickly. Here is Barrow. Horn, Barrow to the low slot. The puck intercepted. Don Haven Bayou denied entry. Barrow at the line. It's a delayed offside, so Joel Texmo will have to go and catch himself up, which he does. Bayou has it again. He was one of the more noticeable players up front for Biloxi when they, of course, came to town last weekend. All the way up it goes. Now into breaker territory. Up the ice, Fisher driving down the right wing. His bid goes behind the net. Calling for the puck is Patakin. He's got it. Swallowed up by Tyler Roy, who had no problem with that one. The shot's now officially 12-12. When the River Dragons and Biloxi have faced off so far this season, they've been in bursts. 4 consecutive games against Biloxi earlier this year. Now games in quick succession, last weekend and this weekend. A new opponent, though, tomorrow. The PD Ice Cats on home ice. PD's been playing some very good hockey as of late. Be a good test for the River Dragons. Columbus with the puck in tight. Jemayev makes no mistake, baby. It's 2-1. Alexander Jemayev over the last few games solidifying himself as that net front presence. He gets the goal to put the River Dragons ahead, 2-1. Now Galvin and Scaldi with numbers. Galvin drags, fires, and misses the cage. Here is Colton to the net. That misses said goal. Brody Thornton, blocked, comes back for Colton. He'll dish it to the right. Galvin will try again with another drag move. Scott Doherty, near side wall. Rink wide, Colton. Borodkin had a ton of traffic in front. That will allow Pete Harchek to go north. Heitzner looking for a trailer. Brody Thornton breaks that up, and now Scaldi will throw it out to center. Bartlett quickly on it. How about an extra poke check again by Brody Thornton? He is always active with his stick and accurate in doing so. Taking a cross check to the back is Galvin. That goes uncalled. Horn right next to his own bench. That was a good try on the backhand to try and lead a forward into the offensive zone. Instead, Biloxi will push it into their end. Or excuse me, into the River Dragon zone. But taking right point, he'll dance. Throw a shot to the cage, misses Roy by a wide margin. Don Heaven-Velu's pass taken by Wickline. And now Horn has Wickline on behind. Horn will dip, drive, save, rebound! And the puck winds up behind the net. Not to be lost in this first period where the River Dragons have a 2-1 lead, the play of Matthew Horn. Here's a blast from Salmero that hits the back glass. Now Horn to the cage. That hit a Biloxi stick. This has been an impressive display from the River Dragons so far in this first period. The goal officially comes at 15:04, that being the second of the game for the River Dragons. It's Alexander Jemayev, number 71, assisted by Kyle Moore and Joel Texmo. We have a penalty here as a breaker takes a stick up high. This will be on the River Dragons if Biloxi does not score on this rush. Here's a dangle from Spinelli. He'll hold on to it. Rink wide. Collecting the puck briefly was Demetrius Christo. Now the puck touched up and the high stick to be confirmed. A conversation at center ice between Joel Texmo and Brendan Spinelli. Kyle Moore comes over too. Some slight shoves for now. Everybody's got a dance partner. Now Carter Thornton throws a sucker punch onto Joel Texmo. I'm not happy about that at all, but I picked the right guy for the pest of the game. And guess who's going to the box? The pest of the game. Thank you, Cook's Pest Control. We love you so much. You can't just sucker punch your opponent. You can't just do that. Just saying. So the original penalty, I believe, will go to Barrow for a high stick.
I believe, though, we will be evened up because of Carter Thornton's antics. We'll keep it here in Biloxi. For Alexander Jemayev, that's 3 straight games with a goal for number 71.
All against Biloxi. So in this first period, Alexander Jemayev has his 5th goal of the season, while Tyler Barrow, the aforementioned Player of the Month for January in the FPHL, scores his 23rd goal of the year, 64th point. Barrow entered play today in 3rd among the league leaders in points produced, behind C.J. Stubbs, the former River Dragon, and Austin Albrecht of the Monroe Moccasins. No penalties on the scoreboard right now. So your guess at home, as good as mine. My prediction, though, 2 minutes each. 2 minutes for a rough on Carter Thornton, 2 minutes for a high stick on Tyler Barrow. Before the kerfuffle even began, it was Barrow who was set to go to the box for a high stick on a breaker in the near corner of the offensive zone. Columbus has 4 players out there alongside Tyler Roy, so 5. As does Biloxi. So Liam's suspicions, correct. No, not correct. There was one thing I did not account for. This is a double minor penalty on Tyler Barrow. So we are back underway.
Penalties on the breakers.
Net front tip, save made by Roy.
On the River Dragons, number 8, Tyler Barrow. 4 minutes for high sticking. Time of penalty, 17:38 in the first period. That's Thornton, 2 minutes for roughing, and Barrow, 4 minutes for high sticking at 17:38.
Apologies for the clock issue. We're now back underway. So it's a double minor for high sticking on to Tyler Barrow. Here's Kyle Moore with the puck. Behind the net, now Jemayev will be the first on it. Colton winds up in the far corner. Jemayev there, collides with Spinelli. Pinching up in pursuit of the puck. A River Dragon, that being Kirk Underwood, number 11, who will now have to get back. Christo tried to dangle. Jemayev would have none of that. Under 90 seconds left to go. Once Thornton out of the box, Columbus will be shorthanded. An update on Alex Storjahan and Mike Wynn. Storjahan is out tonight with a stomach virus, while Wynn is out for at least the weekend with an undisclosed injury. Here is Lucas Texmo. He scored a beauty against Anton Borodkin on Saturday night. This time, number 31 able to stand up and make the save. Columbus will be shorthanded in 35 seconds. Wickline wants a false start on the faceoff, so do I. Didn't even give a chance for Wickline to try for that puck. Come on. This time, Wickline wins the puck, but Bartlett was waiting right on behind number 10 if the puck had laid there for him, which it had. Now Bartlett gets into the offensive zone, not for long though. Lucas Texmo, what a zone exit. The puck bounces on a River Dragon who still is able to make a play with it. Cody Wickline in front, and a tip from Lucas Texmo, and Borotkin made a save to prevent the 2-goal deficit. Lucas Texmo again, right side Wickline. Upon the return feed, Texmo unable to reach and keep it in. Thornton out of the box, that being Carter Thornton. Columbus now on the floor in Decor penalty kill. The remaining 1 minute and 52 seconds of Tyler Barrow's double minor for a high stick still yet to be served, as Darius Davidson goes rink wide, and a wide open net for Kyle Heitzner. Did not hit the wide open net. The period is over. The score is 2-1. The River Dragons have the lead. They will be shorthanded for 1 minute and 38 seconds when we return. To hockey at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. We'll be right back to the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Then when we return, I'll break down the opening frame, followed by episode 4 of Chatting on the Chattahoochee, part 1 of 2 tonight for you, the fans, featuring Skate Scaldi.
What drives us to live for this game?
Yep.
There's the catch.
Do we enjoy the pain? Is it chasing greatness? Or is it passion? Teetering on madness. We're here for one simple reason. We love football. All in, all season. Toyota, let's go places.
Let Shred Away, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shred Away, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shred Away, 706-577-9668.
Every day we're on the road, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. At Air Force Heating and Air, we're committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you, residential and commercial. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Hey, grab me one too.
It feels like just yesterday our healing mission began. Inspired by visionaries, answering a higher calling. For 75 years, we've cared for this community, body, mind, and spirit. From checkups to life-saving heart surgery, from welcoming new life to supporting mental health and healing. For 3 generations, we've stood by your side, and our story is just beginning. Inspired by purpose, we're shaping the heart of healthcare.
A warm welcome back to Biloxi, Mississippi. Liam Godimer back here with you, your play-by-play broadcaster. After 20 minutes of play, the River Dragons have a 2-1 lead over the Breakers. Let's talk all about it. The first goal of the game was scored at 11:13. It was Tyler Barrow, number 8, short-handed. It was a breakaway for number 8. He had beaten Anton Borotkin on a breakaway on home ice this past weekend. He went to the exact same spot on the exact same goaltender. Columbus was up 1-0. That was the second of 2 shorthanded breakaways for the River Dragons. Kyle Moore had the first, nearly beating Anton Borotkin a few moments prior to Barrow's breakaway goal. Then at 12:18, yes, just 1 minute and 5 seconds later, while on that same power play, it would be Trey Fisher, who wears number 9 for Biloxi. The goal assisted by Brandon Lucchese, number 88, and number 23, Lair Patakin for the Biloxi Breakers. Picking up the puck at the near side circle was Trey Fisher, and he absolutely buried it past Tyler Roy, who was diving, trying to stretch from side to side. At 15:04, Columbus would strike at even strength. It would be Alexander Jemayev, number 71, on that front tip on a beautiful pass from Kyle Moore, number 15. The secondary assist went to Joel Texmo, number 95. That puck deflected right through the legs of Anton Borotkin, making 3 straight games with a goal for Alexander Jemayev, who is heating up right here on Breaker Bay. The shots on goal are 18-13 in favor of Biloxi. They have lost all 6 games to the River Dragons head-to-head prior to the 7th, which of course is tonight. You know that they were going to come out hot and heavy in pursuit of at least a point tonight, and they have 18 shots to show for it after 1 period of play. Or excuse me, that's my mistake. 18 shots for the River Dragons, 13 shots for the Breakers. Still an impressive offensive display for Biloxi, but Columbus the one with the edge in the shots on goal category. The goaltenders, Anton Borotkin, he has made 16 saves on 18 shots through 20 minutes. While on the other side, Tyler Roy, who is bidding for his 5th straight win in the net for Columbus, has gone 12 for 13. One more commercial break, then when we come back to the River Dragons Broadcast Network, please, or I will have the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by our friends over at Zelmo Zippin, followed by Chatting on the Chattahoochee featuring Skate Skull.
Hey, play for an ultra?
We playing for ultras? Brace you for an ultra?
Put an ultra on it. Don't forget, there's ultras on the line.
Woo! I didn't.
Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
It feels like just yesterday our healing mission began. Inspired by visionaries, answering a higher calling. For 75 years, we've cared for this community, body, mind, and spirit. From checkups to life-saving heart surgery, from welcoming new life to supporting mental health and healing. For 3 generations, we've stood by your side, and our story is just beginning. Inspired by purpose, we're shaping the heart of healthcare.
The difference with Beam isn't just speed, it's service that you can count on. And when you call, you'll reach real people who live right here. And when you connect, you'll feel the reliability that makes Beam stand out. Now whether it's working from home, streaming your favorites, or keeping up with everyday life, Beam keeps it all running smoothly. And right now, get our 1 gig plan for just $60 a month for your first 3 months. Fast, dependable, and local. Beam Broadband, connection you can count on.
11 minutes and 20 seconds on the intermission clock here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. Liam Godimer back here with you, your play-by-play broadcaster. Columbus with a 2-1 lead over the Breakers after 20 minutes of play. The goals in this order for your River Dragons: Tyler Barrow, shorthanded on a breakaway, then Alexander Jemayev, a net front deflection, putting Columbus ahead 2-1, which is where the score stands for the puck drops on the second, which will be in exactly 10 minutes and 50 seconds. Before we get you there, though, here's a drive around the Federal Prospects Hockey League. It's the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by our friends over at Zelmo Zippin. I touched on how It was an intriguing matchup, perhaps, between the Indiana Sentinels and the Binghamton Black Bears. Intriguing, no. 4-0 Binghamton over Indiana on home ice in the second period, flexing their muscle. The 2-1, or the Watertown Wolves rather, have a 2-1 lead over the Danbury Hat-Tricks, that game being played over in Danbury, that game in the second period. Elsewhere, the Blue Ridge Bobcats and the Topeka Scarecrows, that game being played in Topeka. The Bobcats are ahead 1-0 that game in the first period. And one final game to tell you all about outside, of course, the River Dragons and the Breakers. It's 1-0 the Monroe Moccasins edging out the Baton Rouge Zydeco in that game in the first period. That's the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by our friends over at Zelmo's Zipping. Real quick, before we get to chatting on the Chattahoochee, the standings entering play today. The Monroe Moccasins and the Binghamton Black Bears leading things in the Continental and the Empire, respectively. The River Dragons 16 points behind the second place Athens Rock Lobsters, while the Twin City Thunderbirds, the PD Ice Cats, are making a charge to the River Dragons, but they are still at least 20 points behind. Biloxi is in last in the Continental with just 18 points, while the Empire, once again led by Binghamton, in last is Indiana. Port Huron, Topeka, Blue Ridge, Danbury, Watertown, in that order, the remaining teams. With that, please enjoy episode 4 and part 1 of 2 tonight of Chatting on the Chattahoochee, featuring number 37, forward, Skate Scaldi.
Hello, River Dragons fans. Welcome to episode 4 of Chatting on the Chattahoochee. Liam Godimer here, your play-by-play broadcaster. Alongside me is number 37, Skate Scaldi. Skate, thanks for taking the time, man.
Yeah, thank you. I'm happy to be here. Happy to be chatting on the Chattahoochee.
That makes 2 of us. Skate, this has been about a month for you now as a River Dragon. How have things gone for you so far in a new place?
It's been awesome. Everyone here in Columbus, from staff, players, the fans, is just make me feel very welcome and just let me just be myself. And it's been really fun being here, and I just really enjoyed being a Dragon so far.
What have you seen from the team personally since joining the group, from where they were now to, or where they were then, I should say, to where they are right now?
Yeah, I think we have a great team. We have a lot of big forwards and a lot of D who can move the puck, and probably the 2 best goalies in the league. So we have all the tools to, make a run here in the playoffs and through the last stretch of the season. And since joining, we had a tough first weekend against Blue Ridge, and then the third leg of that 3-3 against Athens. But then, 6 games in a row we've won, and it's just been a really fun ride since I've been here, and just excited to keep it going with this weekend in Biloxi and back home against my old team, PD.
Yeah, right on. Skate, let's talk about the 6-game winning streak that you touched on. How have you really seen the team gel and come together, specifically over the last few games where you've handled your opponents with ease?
Yeah, I think just, playing together, playing connected. We went up to Indiana, and it's a smaller rink, and at the time it was frustrating playing there, but I think it was good for us to have to play a simple game, chip pucks, get it deep, and use our size. We have a really big forward core, and so to be able to use our size in that series there, and then carry it on to the last 4 games, handling our opponents pretty easily here at home, and it's been really good.
Skate, you've dropped the gloves several times in your early career here in Columbus. Talk to me about what's been your favorite so far, and a 2-parter to this question. How is it pumping up the fans here at the Columbus Civic Center when you're able, again, to bring them to their feet?
Yeah, it's definitely not my main focus, but it is something that I like to bring to the table. I think it's an important part of hockey. It gets the team going to show that you care, you want to be here, and the feeling of fighting for your team, but then also firing up the crowd and everyone gets really excited. I think it helps with the momentum of the game, swings it in our favor, and I just I enjoy doing it, and it's been good. I like the way the guys react every time, and it's awesome.
Talk to me about the pride you have being a River Dragon, because after every fight that you go toe-to-toe with another opponent, You wave your jersey, you showcase that claw logo, and for me up there in the booth, that just screams this guy loves being a River Dragon and loves, being prideful in his team.
Yeah, I have a lot of pride being here. You know, we get taken care of so well from, you know, every day coming to the rink, how well the staff treats us, how well, you know, the fans in the community. So, you know, when we have an opportunity to showcase that, I like to kind of let everyone know that I'm proud to wear that C, and I really enjoy just being here and being a River Dragon.
I'm not going to let you get away with not answering that question. You might have just forgot. Your favorite fight of the year, I will say mine. That tilt you had with Brendan Spinelli this past weekend was a good one.
I think, yeah, my favorite fight so far has to be with Spinelli. The backstory is his Matty Haran, who's also new, joined probably a day after I got here. Known him in college, and he was like, hey, he's a pretty tough guy. And so we're sitting there in warm-ups, and I asked him, and he was like, yeah, whenever. And so first shift, I'm out there, and I didn't realize he's there, and he's like, you ready? And I was like, let's go. So, you know, props to him. He's really good fight, and yeah, it was really fun. Unbelievable call by you.
Oh, thank you.
The dust up on the Chattahoochee, that's a pretty legendary
And here we are.
Call. Now we're here chatting on the Chattahoochee. So yeah.
No dust ups here. Right?
No dust ups here. Yeah. Keep the hands in the pockets.
Hands in the pockets. I'm a pacifist.
Yeah.
Skate. Let's shift from your time with the River Dragons so far to the beginning for you. How did you initially get involved with the game as a young kid?
Yeah, I've been playing hockey ever since I can remember. My dad, Jared Scaldi, played in the NHL and all the top leagues around the whole world, and you know, it was mini stick in the crib, and you know, just hockey. I'd go to the rink with him every day. You know, I probably should have went to school a little bit more, but I think it all worked out going to the rink with him, and I think that was just some of the best memories growing up. And so that's how I got into hockey. And my parents, you know, Jared and Aaron, have been very supportive, and my sister True, of just helping me reach my goals of, you know, being a professional hockey player. I always wanted to be a pro hockey player growing up in that environment. My dad bring me to the rink, so I didn't go to college. I thought, you know, just get right to it. And so yeah, it's been just hockey my whole life. Obviously, my real legal name being Skate. It's either that or skateboarding, and I didn't really like skateboarding too much.
So that leads me to my next question. Skate, I've said it so many times on the broadcast that you have the best name in all of professional hockey. Take me through kind of the backstory behind your first name. Is it a hockey connection? Was there no connection? What's the story there?
Yeah, it's a lot of people think it's my dad who named me Skate.
Right.
He wanted to go with Boria after Boria Salming, and my mom said, no way. No chance.
No to Boria.
No to Boria.
Okay.
And there's some other options, but my mom was like, we should name him Skate. And, you know, at first my dad's like, but Boria is such a great name. And she's like, all right, that's cool, but no, we'll go with Skate. And so,
Mom put the foot down.
Mom put the foot down, and I think, I love it. You know, a lot of people ask, like, what's it, you know, being named Skate, like, it's a very unique name, but I really like it, and, you know, I think it's very cool to have such a unique name and be able to play pro hockey with a name like Skate. It just goes hand in hand.
That is an epic story, and I wish I could tell it every single broadcast, and I will for any new fans that are tuning in. Let's backtrack a little bit. You said your dad played in the NHL and played in many other top leagues. That's got to be unique growing up, being a hockey fan, having aspirations to be a professional hockey player one day. Can you just elaborate a little bit more about the relationship with your dad and how that led you to where you are right now?
Yeah, my dad is like one of the best humans I ever met in my life. Like, everything I've, you know, gotten to this point in hockey is, you know, with him and my mom, and him just, you know, show me how to be a pro, how to, you know, every day go to the rink. And you know, it's you can't take it for granted. You know, it's awesome going there, and yeah, he played for a lot of teams in the NHL, top leagues in Europe, AHL, and so he has coached forever. He has so much experience, and so to, you know, be a phone call away or come to a game and be able to learn from him, you know, my whole life. He's, you know, he only coached me one time, actually, was last.
A warm welcome back to the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Liam Godimer back here with you. 20 minutes on the clock. Both teams on the sheet. The Columbus River Dragons and the Biloxi Breakers for the second regulation period of 3 tonight. Inside of the largest venue in all of the Federal Prospects Hockey League, the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. Columbus will skate from left to right in this second period. The puck dropped unfairly, so let's do it again. Columbus will skate from left to right. They are shorthanded. In the penalty box is Tyler Barrow, serving the final 1 minute and 37 seconds of his 4-minute double minor taken at the tail end of the opening frame. Bartlett against Jemayev. The puck is down. We are underway. This is Liam Godimer saying, it's go time on the second period. The goals for Columbus in that first period. Tyler Barrow, shorthanded, a breakaway. Then Alexander Jemayev. Kyle Moore with his second shorthanded breakaway of the game. Borodkin goes down. Moore ended up behind his net. Still centered. Nobody was home. The door is open, though, to score shorthanded for the River Dragons. It's not just open, it's wide open. Kyle Moore will pick up a head of steam. He'll wall off a breaker. He gets right next to the Biloxi bench. Pikarchuk takes the puck away from him. A float feed on the backhand gets over to the near wall right inside of the blue line. It's Bartlett. The puck banked off of the backboards. Tyler Roy makes no mistake, exactly 56 seconds into the period, to draw a face-off that will come to his stick side. The shots on goal are 19-13 Dragons. Thank you so much to each and every one of you watching tonight's game on YouTube Live and Sporfy. Columbus down a man. This is Carter Thornton, wears number 86. With his leg up, he'll shoot. Good hit, a River Dragon in front. Around the perimeter, Biloxi will stay glued to that near side. Now they'll shove it over to the left. Declan Flanagan to the net. That's waffle boarded aside by Roy. Lucchese inside of the near circle. Now straight away Flanagan looking for a net front tip. He got one. The puck popped back for Lucchese, who sent the high riser off of the back glass. Horn shorthanded. Cannot get it past Trey Fisher. So down low, rink wide. Oh my goodness, Tyler Roy. Highway robbery from number 35. He makes another save, getting his glove up on a shot from the outside. The Florin Decor penalty kill is over. Tyler Barrow out of the box, into the offensive zone. He waits, he shoots. It's kicked aside by Borodkin's right pad. Now Bartlett will move it free. Scaldi takes it in the neutral zone and skates Scaldi with Tyler Barrow. Barrow for Scaldi, and Borodkin stonewalls him. Barrow still out there with Scaldi and Wick on. Can Barrow establish the offensive zone for his team? Somero flings to the net. A backhanded backdoor try from Barrow was intercepted. Barrow calls for a line change. He gets one. An extra stick from Somero will lead a 2-on-1. It's a 3-on-1. Scaldi fires, scores! Skate Scaldi, 2 minutes and 49 seconds into the middle frame. time. Wires one right by Anton Borotkin. It's 3-1. Skate has his second as a Dragon. Columbus now has a 3-1 lead, looking for more. Scott Doherty to the net. Borotkin had to extend the pad. Here's Ryan Galvin. Doherty fires, and his shot from the mid slot hit the side of the goal. Joel Texmo, back pass. Galvin at the flank. Samro will drift and let it rip. It did squeak through Borotkin, but not past the goal line behind number 31. Schlepp with a stick lift onto Samaro. Finishing his hit onto Schlepp was Joel Texmo. They'll come together again. Joel Texmo braces for it, and the 6'8" AJ Schlepp dives right on top of the head of Joel Texmo. And they are still tangled up. The goal comes at 2:49. Skate Scaldi. Number 37 has his second goal as a Dragon, assisted by Justin Samaro at even strength. Columbus has a 3-1 lead. What a perfect time to have Skate Scaldi on chatting on the Chattahoochee. This is a guy who lives Columbus River Dragons hockey. You had a chance to hear me talk to him about just the pride that he has in being a River Dragon. When you have somebody who wants to be here as much as Skate Scaldi, and everybody in that locker room, it breeds so much success. And just to see Skate getting rewarded for his strong play thus far, it really brings a smile to my face. We have a huddle to the side of Tyler Roy's net. Some pleasantries being exchanged. I just want to go back to that goal from Skate Scaldi. How about that shot? Yes. But how about that celly? Clean face-off win for the Breakers. The shot from Kyle Heitzner hit a River Dragon in front. And now Kyle Moore will fill the right wing. He gets to the bottom of the circle. Joel Texmo there as well in support, but thwarted by Biloxi. Here is Lucas Pikarczyk, far side of the ice. His drive misses Roy's stick. Falling down is Joel Texmo. As a result, he can't get it out. The slight dish from Heitzner to Pikarczyk. The puck up along the right side. Dasher. Pikarczyk will still try. Roy gets down to make a save, had his pad glued to that far post to make sure there was no room to shoot. So getting to the blue line and executing a perfect line change will be Joel Texmo and the remainder of his teammates. Texmo playing alongside Kyle Moore and Alexander Jemayev. That three-man unit all on the bench right now. On the ice is Justin Samaro and Brody Thornton. Those are the two defensemen. Up front, Cody Wickline, Tyler Barrow, and Matthew Horn. Barrow already with a goal tonight. Cody Wickline in search of his 200th FPHL point. He's at 199 right now. Kyle Heitzner collects a rink-wide pass in stride. Behind the net, Darius Davidson nearly smacks his own teammate. Barrow's got it behind Roy. Samaro north for Wickline. He'll wind up and slap it around the boards. Horn is there.
He recollects on the backhand at the near circle. Samaro moves it quickly. Thornton to the cage, caught by Borodkin. Let's head to our very first media timeout of the second period. Columbus has a 3-1 lead.
It's hockey time again on the Chattahoochee. Your Columbus River Dragons are back in action on Saturday, February 7th as we take on the PD Ice Cats. Puck drops at 7:05 p.m. for a night of fast-paced, hard-hitting hockey. Get your tickets now at the Civic Center box office or by visiting ourdragons.com. He shoots and you score. Let's go, Dragons.
Six straight wins for your River Dragons dating back to the first of two games on the road in Columbus, Indiana against the Sentinels. Preceding that weekend series, Columbus had lost 6 straight games. So the club responded to a 6-game losing streak with a 6-game winning streak. That's the mark of a very good hockey team. The other 4 wins, well, back-to-back victories against the Baton Rouge Zydeco 2 weekends ago. Then this past weekend, a sweep of the Biloxi Breakers. One more matchup with Biloxi as Ryan Galvin with a grade A look right off of the face-off, Borodkin. With the 5-hole save. Scott Doherty to the goal line. Borodkin squeezes everything up. A note on Scott Doherty. He is a forward who hails out of Oakville, Ontario. Played some defense last year. Talking to head coach Jerome Boom Boom Bichard about Scott Doherty earlier this week. He told me no issue putting Doc on the back end when needed last season. And with Columbus without Mike Wynn with an undisclosed injury for at least this weekend, Doherty in his return to the lineup on defense. But now he's playing up front with no Alex Storjahan, who is out for tonight's game with a stomach virus. Here is Scaldi, bidding for his second of the period. Underwood, Doherty, Underwood, Scaldi. Scaldi has an immense amount of experience overseas. Played over in the UK in the second-tier league. He's played over in Italy, the SPHL over in North America, so he has a ton of experience. There's no question why his presence is paying dividends for the Dragons, but Lucchese will set up a look for the opposition. That hits the back glass over the glove hand of Roy. Straight away to the net, Demetrius Christou. That produces a rebound. An extra poke from Scaldi will lead the 3-man unit of Scaldi, Doherty, and Galvin into the attacking end. Scaldi with a stick lift onto Spinelli. Those two fought a couple of games ago as a deflection from Scaldi in front. He was chopping at it not once, not twice, but 3 times. Goes down onto his belly. And we have a stop. Back to Scott Doherty. He played his college hockey at SUNY Cortland alongside Alex Storjahan. 47 games last year with the Dragons. 16 points, 103 penalty minutes. And was a +9. Had a goal in 6 playoff games. Had a very well-deserved stint with the South Carolina Stingrays of the ECHL prior to rejoining the club just this week. Joel Texmo takes the puck away and will test Borodkin. Makes the save. That for the River Dragons, the 29th shot of the game. Here in this second period, 11-3 Columbus. The shots on goal after
outshooting their opponent 18-13 in the first. The Breakers will win it back cleanly, and Demetrius Christo will clear out to center. One man to beat for Lucas Pikarczyk. He could not beat Brody Thornton. Thornton will maneuver it behind the net. A feed from beneath the goal line does not get through. It pinches all the way to the side of Borodkin, but the puck dies, so no icing. Heitzner rink wide. Pikarczyk wasn't there to scoop up that puck, so the River Dragons will be first on it. Brody Thornton, number 65. Calling for the puck is Colton, who is also joining the play. Both defensemen in tight here. Colton now backs up as Brody loses the puck. This will be an odd man rush, perhaps, for Bartlett and the Breakers. Bartlett snuffed right out by a combination of Colton and Jemayev. That will allow Brody Thornton a good first pass for Alexander Jemayev. Will this turn into a goal? I talk about it. Good first pass, right? And how it can lead to offensive opportunities. That backhander went over the helmet of Borodkin. Still hot in pursuit of the puck was Wickline, but now Spinelli up the left wing will gain the zone. Brendan Spinelli, number 55, all the way to the net. Roy stayed composed. Stretched ahead in pursuit of Wickline. The puck never did get there. Wickline still has the puck though, high slot. Wickline, what a feed. Backdoor, Samaro was looking for Horn. Meanwhile, Barrow in the mid slot. Nothing going on there. Perhaps with a lane to the net is Don Heaven Velu. That shot deflected before getting to Roy off of the stick of Connor Mullins. Now numbers for the River Dragons. Wickline looking for point number 200 in the FPHL. He dishes off for Horn. And Borodkin answers the bell. As you may have heard during chatting on the Chattahoochee with Skate Scaldi, Skate's father, Jared Scaldi, formerly played in the NHL, American Hockey League, the IHL. Hockey's in the family for Skate Scaldi. And he scores to give Columbus a 3-1 lead here in this second period, the only goal of the frame thus far. It'll be Galvin, Scott Doherty, and Skate Scaldi. Scaldi from a sharp angle, blocked by Flanagan, who was stung by that bid. Bracing himself for a hit was Lucas Texmo. He did well, maintained on his skates. Sets up Galvin. Samaro whips it for Lucas Texmo. A little bit too hot to handle for number 6. So he'll roll it around the boards. Borodkin gets a piece with his paddle. It's maneuvered up the ice. Colton overtakes. A quick tap for Galvin. And Galvin, towards the tail end of his shift, will get it deep. Biloxi moves it the other way. Galvin remains on the ice as Underwood's clear, stopped down by Lucchese, who takes a shove from Doherty. But peeling past everybody will be Carter Thornton behind the net. He cuts over to the left. He falls down, may have been tripped up, no call. Lair taken to the net. That's deflected, and Roy goes down. Lifts up that pad up along the far post. No shot did come. Spinelli now on the outside of the attacking end. He receives a return pass from the far flank. One-timer Patakin, that misses the goal. First real sequence of sustained offensive zone time for the Breakers in this second period. As there's a collision at center ice, Joel Texmo, he freed up the puck and gets called for a penalty. Or is this offside? The penalty box is being opened.
Let's welcome back to the ice, North Star Clears ice.
The faceoff will come outside of the line. No penalty. We will be right back. We are exactly 11 minutes
into the second period.
It's hockey time again on the Chattahoochee. Your Columbus River Dragons are back in action at home on Friday and Saturday, February 13th and 14th. Puck drops at 7:35 p.m. on Friday and 7:05 on Saturday as the Dragons take on the Baton Rouge Zydeco. Get your tickets now at the Civic Center box office or by visiting ourdragons.com. He shoots and you score. Let's go Dragons.
Welcome back, fans, to the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Before play gets underway yet again, this is a great time to remind you all that Dragons fans, if you're feeling lucky, here is your chance to own a piece of River Dragons hockey history. Right now on Dash, we are raffling off an authentic game-worn jersey from our very own Alexander Jemayev, who scored tonight, making 3 goals in his last 3 games for Jemayev. You can win his jersey straight off of his back from tonight's game. Tickets start at just $10, but do not wait. The raffle closes this Sunday, February 8th at midnight. Head to Dash now and get your entries in. And right on cue, guess who takes the face-off for the River Dragons? Alexander Jemayev. Lair Patakin, who wears number 23, to the net. That hit a River Dragon before getting to Tyler Roy, who has made 17 saves on 18 Biloxi shots so far tonight. Joel Texmel hops around Patakin. A stick save made by Borodkin. Joel Texmel will get to the puck again, this time in the far corner. He'll take a spill. Patakin loses his stick thanks to that collision. Here's Underwood to the net, and Borodkin catches that. Anton Borodkin, the goaltender for Biloxi out of Russia. Rahul Sharma gave up 5 goals on 20 shots in the first of the previous 3 meetings between these two teams. Borodkin took over for him in the 3rd period of that game, and we have not seen Rahul Sharma since. Meanwhile, on the other end of the ice, Tyler Roy sporting a winning streak as Borodkin, what a glove save on an interesting series of events. Not sure exactly how that puck got over to Matthew Horn at the far circle. Horn now receiving instruction from Tyler Barrow. Barrow, the FPHL's Player of the Month for January. 17 points in 10 games for Tyler. During that span, a well-deserved honor for the forward out of Massapequa, New York, 3rd in the league in scoring. Barrow's up ahead right now, waiting for a pass if it comes from Horn. Horn will hold on to it. Horn gains the line. Here's Wickline, high slot, dishes it off. Barrow scores! Barrow makes it 4-1. It's 200 points in the FPHL career of Cody Wickline. Congratulations, Cody. Tyler Barrow now on hat-trick watch. Columbus with a 3-goal lead.
River Dragons goal scorer Tyler Barrow, assisted by number 10, Cody Wickline.
Is there another goal coming? Hustling to the spot is Skate Scaldi. Spinelli moves it away from him only as far as the tape of Scott Doherty, who had it for a moment, now he does not. The other direction, another quick stick from Brody Thornton. His ability to create offense with his twig, unmatched. Scaldi, high slot, hit a breaker.
Columbus has broken this game open here in the second period as Galvin goes diving into Borodkin. He will scramble his way out of the crease. Borodkin has to make a save. Turning and shooting is Scaldi. Did not hit the net. Out of the zone it goes. This line, though, creating consistently. Scott Doherty, Skate Scaldi, and Ryan Galvin. It's going to be interesting where Scott Doherty fits, right, in the lineup when the River Dragons are at full strength. Of course, the club without three very high-end offensive players. Ryan Hunter, who is arguably the best goal-getter in this league. Joetten Blacksmith, who's been out for quite a while, who was heating it up prior to getting injured. As a slapper from Lucas Texmo, meanwhile, is stopped. That's not even to mention Yaroslav Yevdokimov, who's up in the ECHL, the former captain of the Biloxi Breakers. The talent on this team is really unmatched. Mike Wynn not playing tonight. One of the best defensemen in the Federal Prospects Hockey League. Here's Kyle Moore, number 15. He'll bank it off of Borodkin. Always a smart play to do that. Jemayev high slot. Underwood right point. The puck comes back to Jemayev, who goes skate to stick. Left point, a blocker save made by Borodkin. Heitzner for the exit. He gets it out. Columbus now has 35 shots on goal to Biloxi's 18. Joel Texmo. An extra whack at the puck as it comes to Borodkin. And he'll freeze. 14:53 into the second. Columbus will be back in action tomorrow night. It's the River Dragons and the PD Ice Cats. PD, the first team to beat Athens in their own barn. And prior to that win, they shut out the Binghamton Black Bears in Binghamton. The Monroe Moccasins weren't the hottest team in the FPHL. You can make an argument that PD is playing some of the best hockey in the Continental. A good time for them to come to Columbus and for us to hand them a loss. But in all seriousness, they are coached exceptionally well. They are a tough team to play against. I had a chance to watch the Ice Cats practice a little bit this week since they are at the Civic Center. They're a fluid group for sure. They move the puck well. A challenge on the way tomorrow night. But this evening, a 3-goal lead for the River Dragons. A blast from Colton did not hit the cage. Reminder that on the assist of Tyler Barrow's goal, Cody Wickline, 200 FPHL points. Wickline, this time, for a goal, missed high glove. The puck flipped into Columbus ice. So the puck bounces down for Colton. He'll stretch it to the nearer wing for Horn. Reaching for it and not coming away with it is Thornton right next to the Biloxi bench. So he'll try the other side. And now the puck pushed in deep. Scaldi on the forecheck. Doherty there too. Doherty winds up with the puck and a save made by Borodkin. One last media timeout here in this second period. Columbus has a 4-1 lead over the Biloxi Breakers. Just under 4 minutes to play here in the second stanza. Liam Gottimer back here with you, your play-by-play broadcaster. A special thank you to each and every one of you watching tonight's game on YouTube Live and Sportfeet. Tonight, the River Dragons led by Tyler Barrow, who has 2 goals. Skate Scaldi has his second as a River Dragon. Alexander Jemayev, his 3rd goal in as many games. Tyler Roy, 17 saves on 18 shots in this second period. Columbus out shooting Biloxi 19-5. This has been a dominant display thus far. As Lucchese misses the net. Scott Doherty, number 13, near wing. He'll drive down the wall. His pass intended for Galvin does not get there. Thornton, number 86, at the red line. Samaro, the defensive play. Puck not out, though. Lucchese keeps it in. There's a deflection from a man in front. That was Bailu. Missed Roy's net. Dragons on the hunt after the puck again. Doherty, right point. Samaro to the cage. That took a deflection off of the stick of Galvin. Doherty knocks it down and scores! Welcome back to the River Dragons, Scott Doherty in his first game. He's got his first goal back. Skate to stick to sniped. My goodness, Columbus putting the hammer down here in Mississippi.
River Dragons goal scorer by number 13, Scott Doherty, assisted by number 37,
Skate Scaldi and Ryan Galvin get the assist. It's a 2-point period for Skate Scaldi. Could you have drawn up a better script for the River Dragons tonight? Jemayev, the dangle, he passes off and it gets deflected off of a breaker into the breadbasket of Borodkin. A very unselfish play there from Alexander Jemayev. Demetrius Christo and Kyle Moore conversating. They skate away for now.
Sitting over here at the tables behind the company, we got some fellas in the house ready to bring it. Let's do it. When I say let's go, you can say breakers. Let's go.
Out there for this shift, Alexander Jemayev, Joel Texmo, Kyle Moore, Josh Colton, and Kirk Underwood. Of course, with Scott Doherty on defense starting the game tonight, but with no Alex Storjahan, things needed to be shuffled up a bit from the head coach. Jemayev boots the puck out to the neutral zone. Relayed the other direction by Biloxi. We are exactly 18 minutes into this second period. If you're just joining us, the River Dragons have a 5-1 lead. The goals in this order: Tyler Barrow, Alexander Jemayev, Skate Scaldi, Tyler Barrow, and Scott Doherty. Columbus doubling up Biloxi in the shots on goal category. 38-19. Tyler Barrow already has a hat trick this season. He takes the faceoff. He has 2 goals already tonight. Cody Wickline has notched his 200th point in his FPHL career. Right on cue, there he is, Cody Wickline. The man they call Ace in the locker room, according to Skate Scaldi. So Cody, Ace Wickline, right side. Closing the pads was Borodkin. Man, if he had scored after I called him by his nickname, I couldn't call him by anything else the rest of the season. Borodkin makes the save, though. How about that dangle from Underwood to create some space? Wickline to Barrow. Barrow behind the net. He'll drift away from Christo. Horn takes a check. He'll bleed to the low slot. But now the Breakers. Shot from the outside. Pad save by Roy. An emphatic kick save, I should say. Samaro slaps it off of the far boards for an oncoming Barrow who wanted a breakaway. The puck came to Borodkin first. The next shot for the River Dragons will be their 40th. It's that line of Doherty, the latest goal scorer for the River Dragons, Skate Scaldi, and Ryan Galvin. On defense, Justin Samaro and Brody Thornton. So Scaldi, Samaro blows a tire, but the puck lands for Doherty, who will still knife it forward for Scaldi. Doherty utilizing that 6'5" frame to send a shot onto Borodkin, who made the stop with his collarbone. That was a rip from Scott Doherty. With 5 seconds to go in the period, in search of a buzzer beater, were the Breakers. That missed high blocker off the stick of Velu. The middle frame is over. The River Dragons 5, the Biloxi Breakers with just 1. Let's send it to a commercial timeout. Then, when we come back, I've got a recap of the hockey game up to this point, followed by part 2 of Chatting on the Chattahoochee, featuring Skate Scaldi.
It's hockey time again on the Chattahoochee. Your Columbus River Dragons are back in action at home on Friday and Saturday, February 13th and 14th. Puck drops at 7:35 p.m. on Friday and 7:05 on Saturday as the Dragons take on the Baton Rouge Zydeco. Get your tickets now at Zug Center box office or by visiting ourdragons.com. He shoots and you score. Let's go Dragons.
Hey River Dragons fans, today we're showing you how to get your tickets on FIVO.
Step 1, open FIVO.
Step 2, pick your game.
Step 3, choose your seats.
And you can add merch right before checkout.
That was actually really easy.
Yep, FIVO keeps everything really simple.
Get your River Dragons tickets today on FIVO.
Minutes down, 20 minutes to go. Liam Godimer back here with you. Your River Dragons have a 5-1 lead over the Biloxi Breakers in the 7th head-to-head meeting between the two teams this season. Let's talk about it. The first goal of the game came at 11:13, shorthanded. During the first period, it was Tyler Barrow, number 8. He wired a wrist shot past Anton Borodkin. the second time in a few games for Tyler Barrow to beat Borodkin in the exact same spot with the exact same shot. The assist went to Josh Colton, number 5. And the River Dragons took a 1-0 lead. 1 minute and 5 seconds later, it would be Trey Fisher, number 9, who would tie the game for Biloxi. That's as close as they would get to the River Dragons. Columbus would explode for 4 unanswered goals after the tally for Fisher that came at 12:18 of the first. Initially, it was Alexander Jemayev at 15:04. Make it 3 straight games with a goal for number 71, assisted by Kyle Moore, number 15, and Joel Texmo, number 95. In the second, 3 straight for the Dragons, and it all started with Skate Scaldi, number 37. He scored his first goal as a River Dragon this past weekend, a beautiful net front deflection. Tonight, a 3-on-1. He did not miss his spot, putting Columbus ahead by 2 goals. A 3-1 lead in that moment. The goal coming at 2:49, the only assist to Justin Samaro. At 12:14, Tyler Barrow would score his second goal of the game, assisted by Cody Wickline, number 10, and Matthew Horn, number 12. For Tyler Barrow, he finished off a beautiful passing play. Wickline's primary assist accounts for his 200th point in his FPHL career. Matthew Horn, once again, gets the secondary helper. That new look line, since being put together as a result of Alex Dorjahan being a late scratch due to a stomach virus, has been working very well for Columbus. The most recent goal for the River Dragons comes at 17:05 of the second. Who scored? Scott Doherty, number 13, in his return to the River Dragons after a 16-point campaign last year with Columbus in 47 games, 8 of them goals, 103 penalty minutes to go along with it. He scores his first goal back in his first game back from the ECHL South Carolina Stingrays. He received the pass from beneath the goal line. The feed came from Skate Scaldi. Doc went from the skate to his stick and sniped it top shelf over Anton Borodkin to put the River Dragons ahead 5-1. The goaltenders, Anton Borodkin has made 35 saves on 40 shots through 40, while on the other side, Tyler Roy has denied 19 of 20 for Columbus. We'll send it to a commercial break. Then when we come back, I've got the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by our friends over at Zelmo Zippin. You're watching the Columbus River Dragons on the River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Hey, grab me one too.
Hey, it's Bill, your foodie guy, and you know I love food, right? So we've teamed up with Mike and Ed's Barbecue in Columbus on Schaumburg Road and our friends at Pepsi Buffalo Rock to create $1 Wing Wednesday. Look what I've got here. I've got a pile of wings, I've got my celery, and I've got my free Pepsi. I'll see you at Mike and Ed's on Schaumburg Road in Columbus. $1 Wing Wednesday. See you there.
In the South, there's a few things your home needs. Like you need a strong fan on a hot day.
It's so hot.
Like Friday nights need football.
Game day!
Like front porches gotta have rocking chairs.
Bye, Grandma. Bye, Grandpa.
And in the South, you need pest control you can trust to protect your home. That's why you need Cook's Pest Control.
Cook's Pest Control.
Hey, play for an ultra?
We playing for ultras? Brace you for an ultra?
Put an ultra on it. Don't forget, there's ultras on the line.
I didn't.
Michelob Ultra, superior like beer.
And
back here on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Liam Godimer here with you. It's time for your out-of-town scoreboard, which is brought to you by our friends over at Zelmo's Zippin'. We'll kick things off in Binghamton, New York. The Black Bears have a 5-0 lead in the third period over the Indiana Sentinels. Elsewhere, the Watertown Wolves taking a visit to the Danbury Hat-Tricks. Watertown up by 2 goals. The score is 4-2, that game in the second period. Blue Ridge and Topeka, just as we left them, 1-0 in the second. One final game to tell you all about outside of the River Dragons and the Breakers, of course, here in Mississippi. The Monroe Moccasins and the Baton Rouge Zydeco. The Zydeco have tied the game. It's 1-1. Will Monroe finally lose a game? We'll see. That's your out-of-town scoreboard. Thank you, as always, to our friends over at Zelmo's Zippin'. Around the FPHL entering play tonight, the Continental is led by the Monroe Moccasins, trailed by the Athens Rock Lobsters. The Columbus River Dragons, your Columbus River Dragons, can gain 3 more points in the standings if the score holds on this game. Twin City and PD continue to flip-flop with one another in 4th and 5th. In 6th, the Baton Rouge Zydeco, and in 7th, the Biloxi Breakers. The Empire is led by the Binghamton Black Bears. They have 89 points. Port Huron is in 2nd with just 63 points. Topeka, Blue Ridge, Danbury, Watertown, and Indiana trail Port Huron and Binghamton in that order. Before we leave you off to part 2 of Chatting on the Chattahoochee, featuring myself and Skate Scaldi. Fans, the pre-sale for our Turn Back the Clock specialty jerseys is officially live. These are the exact custom-made jerseys the Dragons will be wearing on the ice March the 28th to celebrate the night. Adult sizes cost $150, while youth are $140, with a full range of sizes from youth extra small to adult 6XL. Secure your piece of history before the pre-sale ends this Sunday, February 8th. Pre-order yours right now online at rdragonsmerch.com or by scanning the Cottonmouth logo in the lower left-hand corner of your screen. And fans, do you want to wear exactly what the River Dragons wear? Well, authentic Columbus jerseys are now available for purchase. These are the real deal. They're crafted with high-quality materials featuring fully sewn-on patches and numbers. There's no sublimation to be found here. Customize yours with any past or present player or put your own name and favorite number on the back. Adults cost $199 for the jersey, while kids' sweaters are $189. These are custom made to order, so please allow 10 to 12 weeks for delivery. Please don't wait. Head to rdragonsmerch.com to place your order today and suit up like a pro. And fans, if you're feeling lucky, here's your chance to own a piece of River Dragons hockey history. Scan that QR code in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. Right now on Dash, we are raffling off an authentic game-worn jersey from our very own Alexander Jemayev, who has a goal tonight, straight off of his back from tonight's game. Imagine adding that one-of-a-kind battle-tested uniform to your collection. Tickets start at just $10, but don't wait. The raffle closes this Sunday, February 8th at midnight. Head to Dash now and get those entries in. With that, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody watching, please enjoy part 2 of Chatting on the Chattahoochee, featuring number 37, forward, Skate Scaldi.
What's the biggest thing your dad has taught you about the game of hockey, would you say?
It's kind of a family motto. I don't want to say my dad came up with it, because we all use it, but it's work hard, stay positive. I think if you can just do those 2 things, kind of everything else takes care of itself. So yeah, that would probably be the most important thing my dad and my mom have kind of instilled in me.
I love that. So when you were growing up and getting first involved with the game, I'm curious, were you a defenseman, forward, goalie? Were you always a forward?
Center. My dad saw, right-handed shot, and there's not a lot of right-handed centers in the NHL, so he was like, we'll make him a center. So he was always thinking about it, right shot, make him a center. So yeah, that's it's always been forward my whole life.
So Boom Boom were to put you in the dot, you'd be comfortable there?
I'd be comfortable, but wherever Boomer puts me, I like it. He's been a great coach for me. I think he really likes, my physical, kind of gritty style of hockey. So I really appreciate him just,
right on.
Let me try to just play my game, and yeah, it's been good. So yeah, ever since I was a kid, it was always forward, never D, never goalie.
Let's transition to your development as a pro player. You played overseas in a couple of different spots. You want to tell the fans a little bit about that? First with your time in the UK, and then most recently in Italy.
Yeah, I played in the NIHL when I was 18, which is the second pro league there in the UK, and it was really important. It was tough, playing pro at 18, and just all the things that come with it. And so it was really good, to learn that, and then to the next year to play in Slovakia and play U20 and played some pro games as well, and it was really good. And then the next year, last year in Murano in the Alps League, and playing really high level hockey, and had a really good season. So yeah, it was cool. The European game is different, and so I feel like you can learn a lot about yourself and different things within hockey.
I think it's interesting that you mentioned the high quality of play in the Alps League.
Yeah.
My time in Atlanta in the ECHL, so many players would come over from there, and I'd be so impressed, just with their style. And again, same with you. So kudos, and that's a very cool experience.
Thank you.
Moving on back to your time in North America here, you played with some SPHL teams, including time in Fayetteville, right?
Yep.
And Knoxville as well.
Yep.
How were your experiences there?
Yeah, it was amazing. I had Brent Clark as my coach in Knoxville when I was 20. He brought me there. And
familiar name, Dragons fans.
Yeah, they know that name. So he was the coach there, and then had Andrew Harrison as well. And it was really important in my development. I wanted to be a pro hockey player, so to have the opportunity at 20 to play pro and play in the SPHL was really awesome. And then later that year, I got a quick stint with Fayetteville, and then in the middle of this year, I was up in Birmingham as well. So yeah, it's really cool playing all those different leagues and just see the different styles of play and the different things that come with those leagues.
So Skate, you grew up in Orlando.
Yeah.
You talked to me before the episode about how you had a small stint during training camp with the Solar Bears.
Yeah.
Must be pretty cool, skating with your hometown team for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. My dad played in Orlando and won a championship there. And him and my mom bought a house, and so that was where I was born, and they kept it until I was about 5-6 years old. And so my grandma still lives in Orlando, so it was cool to be able to go to camp and put that jersey on and play against the Florida Everblades in exhibition games, and just the whole experience of be able to be in Orlando and be able to put that jersey on.
All right, Skate, we're reaching the end of our time here on Chatting on the Chattahoochee, but I do want to ask you this. Why should somebody watching this episode who's thinking about coming to the Columbus Civic Center to watch the River Dragons, why should they come out to the Chattahoochee River to watch some hockey?
I think, what comes to mind is that if you come to the lair and watch a game on the Chattahoochee, there's always a good chance there's a dust up, as you say. So I think that would be my answer. Come to the game, maybe come to the fight, see if a hockey game breaks out.
All right, I like that. I like that. All right, Skate, before we get to our tradition of a dance move or a joke, I've got one last question for you. You scored your first goal as a River Dragon this past weekend, a beautiful net front tip. Talk to me about the goal and your celebration afterwards, because you smacked the glass. I wanted to smack the press box. I was so excited.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it was a long time coming, and it was just awesome. It was a great shift from my line, and being able to move the puck around and get it, low to high, and a great shot from our D, and just a Yeah, good tip, and I was just so excited. The fans looked very energized, and so it was awesome being able to do that.
Well, we've reached the end of this episode of Chatting on the Chattahoochee, but before we let you go, it's time for a dance move or a joke. Skate, you want to kick us off?
Dance move or a joke? I've heard that no one has done a dance move yet, and I see my teammate Chewiton Blacksmith do this every day before we go on the ice, so I'll just have to show you one of these. Gets the ankles warmed up, but I'll also leave you with a joke as well. Why can't you take a test in the jungle?
Why's that?
Too many cheetahs.
Too many cheetahs. Well, Skate, why did the hockey player bring string to a game?
It's a great question. Why?
Just in case at any point he needed to tie the score.
I like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, everybody watching, this has been episode 4 of Chatting on the Chattahoochee. For Skate Scaldi, my name is Liam Godimer. Until next time, stay safe, stay well, and as always, Skate, say it with me. Let's go River Dragons.
Oh.
20 minutes on the clock. Both teams on the sheet. The Columbus River Dragons and the Biloxi Breakers for the final regulation period of hockey tonight. Columbus in this third period will skate from right to left. They have one player on hat-trick watch. That is Tyler Barrow, number 8, who has scored twice tonight, the first and fourth goal of the game for Columbus. Going to number 8. Tyler Barrow's line mate, Cody Wickline, notched his 200th FPHL point. Congratulations, Cody, on Tyler Barrow's goal in the second period. Lining up with one another, it's AJ Schlepp and Joel Texmo. They fought on Friday night. This does not seem like a fun conversation at center ice. I'm ready. They're whacking. The puck is not dropped yet. Oh, it's coming. Oh, it's on. Oh, man. They're both going to the box. And Schlepp is incensed. He's punching the glass. They are barking like crazy at one another. Shout out to the Breaker camera team, giving us an up-close and personal look at what's going on. Guys, relax. It's okay. I'm sure what Joel is saying is totally valid. But AJ, relax. Finally, each player takes a seat. There's an extra player going to the box for the River Dragons and for the Breakers. Skate Scaldi for Columbus. This period has not started yet. The puck is dropped. We are underway. This is Liam Godimer saying, it's go time on the third. The two teams skating 4 aside. So this is Kyle Heitzner, number 93. The puck played away from him. Now Columbus will retake possession. Poise with the puck. It's Lucas Texman. Alexander Jemayev, 3 goals in his last 3 games. More for Texmo. More there as well. Heitzner boots it to himself. It's 2 minutes for slashing on both Schlepp and Texmo and a 10-minute misconduct. So Scaldi and the extra breaker in the box will be out after 2 minutes. The extra breaker in the box is Marvin Powell, who wears number 25, just signed today. A celebrity signing, member of law enforcement, I believe. Devin Dobek was telling me. the broadcaster for the Breakers. 2-on-1 for the River Dragons. Barrow for the hat trick. Pad save made, and the rebound comes out. Borodkin, despite not having his stick, made the save. Lucas Pikarczyk. He'll swing near boards. Barrow right on top of him. Pressing him to the flank is Brody Thornton. The pressure immense from the River Dragon penalty killers on the ice right now. Wickline digs it out of the pile. Colton will back up, dish it off for Barrow, and Barrow will bring it up himself. Barrow pulls up at the blue line, draws 3 breakers to him. Had Biloxi waiting on what Tyler Barrow was going to do with the puck, despite just being 1 player against 3 from the opposition.
Both teams are back at full strength.
Out of the box comes Skate Scaldi and Marvin Powell. Scott Doherty had a goal in the second period. He gains the zone. Rink wide, his pass hops over the outstretched glove of Carter Thornton, but it's picked up anyway by Spinelli, who goes across the ice in search of Fisher, who does not tip it into the attacking end, but we do not have icing. Fresh off of the bench and into the attacking zone is Brandon Lucchese. Swallowed right up by Tyler Roy. Tyler Roy, the goaltender out of Brighton, Michigan, his second stint with the River Dragons. Earned his first shutout as a Dragon on January the 17th against the Indiana Sentinels. Then his goaltending counterpart, Trevor Babin, who we will see tomorrow night, had a shutout of his own. So Skate Scaldi, a 2-point period in the second, somehow maneuvers that puck for Galvin, who kept himself and the rest of his teammates were able to remain on side. Now Galvin will set it up as a breaker takes a spill. That was Velu. Galvin from the corner. Left point, Texmo. Right point, Samaro. The puck came outside of the blue line, so once Scaldi touches it, we will have offside, which we do. Can't wait to be back home tomorrow night at the Columbus Civic Center. Feels weird being away from the lair for just 1 game and then coming right back. Right now I'm by myself, but tomorrow I will be surrounded by 4,000 of my best friends, all cheering on the River Dragons. Alexander Jemayev to the far flank, creeping in and shooting is Samaro, and Borodkin with a flashy glove save right there. Shout out to Miss Carol, who I believe is watching tonight on the YouTube live chat. I'm excited to do the weather report with you tomorrow, Miss Carol. Should be fun. Anybody who has been to the Columbus Civic Center knows Miss Carol and how awesome she is. Back to the hockey game. Lucas Pikarczyk shoots. That goes off of the lower leg of a River Dragon. Now, here come Columbus again with some more numbers. Kyle Moore tries to slip around one. It comes back to him high slot on the forehand for an oncoming Underwood, who will let it rip straight into the mitt of Anton Borodkin for Borodkin. That his 37th save of the evening. Make that his 38th, as Columbus now has 43 shots on goal, shutting down the Breakers' offense completely. They have 21. Barrow on the faceoff. He gets to the puck first, but it's chopped out to the neutral zone. Wickline will come right back in. Doherty with the patience. Heitzner scoops it up in his own end. The bank off of the boards, read exceptionally well by Kirk Underwood, who will slip one way, turn over the puck, and now Bartlett with Heitzner. Bartlett for Heitzner. Coming together with Roy was Doherty, but Doherty did well to avoid him as much as he could. Demetrius Christo shoots into the breadbasket of Tyler Roy. Make that 21 saves for Tyler Roy tonight. Talking to head coach Bichard prior to tonight's game during Coach's Corner, I asked him who's starting tonight. Tyler Roy, Trevor Babin. He said I let them choose. They went with Roy tonight, Babin tomorrow. The head coach can make no mistake with going with either goaltender. Roy on a winning streak. Trevor Babin playing some of the best hockey of his career lately. Colton, near side circle Doherty. Colton right on. And Borodkin stopped that with the last inch of his pad. Josh Colton got that last chance. I know some of you don't like my stories. Me and Josh got some more Japanese food today. Another rainbow roll for Josh. Some more yum yum sauce for me. All right, I'm done. Here's a save made by Kirk Underwood. Oh, excuse me, save made by Anton Borodkin on the shot from Kirk Underwood. I talk about my Japanese food trip and then my mind gets all wired, see? I won't stay on it for as long as I did in Indiana. I'll be getting a text here in a second. Stop talking about the yum yum sauce. Just kidding. Back underway. Shot from the right. That off of the stick of Colton did not miss the glove side of Borodkin by much. Colton over to the near boards at center ice. It's played back for Powell, who will go D to D with it. Powell goes off for a line change. Underwood will move it from left to right. Darius Davison at the flank. And now Scaldi will skate out alongside Matthew Horn. Horn protects, shoots! Borodkin the save! It's loose. But Davidson, the one to skate free. Davidson's got a man to his left. He'll swing over to the top of the right circle and force Roy to make a 5-hole save. Rebound produced. Columbus right on it. Tape to tape. Scaldi receives a pass from the defense. He'll try to dip and dangle around Spinelli, who he fought in a recent game. Scaldi goes off for a line change. Carter Thornton. He had a full head of steam into the offensive zone until he didn't. Alexander Jemayev stood him right up. So Barrow throws the puck inadvertently between the legs of Moore. Atop the zone, Jemayev, a beautiful dish. Moore works in. He holds around the net. He's met by Flanagan, forced down to the ice by Flanagan. Pinching up, though, is Samaro. The puck kept into the attacking end. Now Jemayev shadowing Velu. Jemayev strips the puck from him. Velu loses his stick. Biloxi will get the exit they're looking for, though, as they're able to go from the near side to the far side and now out to the middle. The puck, though, left behind, so Moore for an oncoming Barrow, who has 2 goals tonight. And Borodkin was swimming, but he stayed on his skates. Barrow again. Barrow, the dish, Wickline, and it was blocked. Barrow for the hat trick. He shot on a previous odd man rush when looking for his 3rd goal of the game. In that moment, he passed for Wickline. So Pikarczyk with it now. He's stapled over to the wall. Barrow, another takeaway. The puck just seems to find Tyler Barrow. Wickline gains the zone. Lucas Texmo a bid. That's a save made by Borodkin. Lucas Texmo's stick betrayed him. He thinks about going to the bench for a new twig. He will, as Underwood covers his position. And then Underwood knocks down a saucer pass. Wow. An impressive display right there by the captain. My goodness. You talk about being there to support your defensive partner and then have the defensive awareness to get your stick up and block a pass that's coming out of midair.
Then finishes his check onto Davidson, but Davidson is able to come right on by, and Roy made the positional save. A slapper from Flanagan. Colton able to deny that before it did ever get to him. If you're just joining us, the River Dragons with a 5-1 lead. They're out shooting Biloxi officially 47-24 right now. Tyler Barrow with 2 goals. Cody Wickline, his 200th FPHL point. Skate Scaldi, a 2-point evening. Barrow, another shot. That his 6th of the game. Velu, Thornton cuts him off. Then cuts to the inside on Velu to make sure that there's no lane to pass the puck. Scaldi gets involved in the same area. The puck comes loose for Thornton. And now, this will be Horn. Horn against 4 breakers, nearly stepped around each and every one of them. Luckily for Biloxi, Carter Thornton will just filter it up the far boards into Columbus ice. Samaro turns it quickly. Here is Barrow, number 8. Barrow, the center lane drive. He'll shoot and score! It's a hat trick for Tyler Barrow! What a rip from number 8. High slot sorcery from Tyler Barrow right there. Three on 2 for Columbus off the ensuing faceoff. Jemayev has Horn in front, has Moore at the far circle, went for Moore. Now on the counter, Bailu to the high slot. Carter Thornton had the puck played away, thanks in part to Kyle Moore. Horn shoots from a sharp angle. Barokin able to stop that with his right pad. 10-10 and counting left to play. Carter Thornton, a drop pass for Brandon Lucchese. That was 86-88. From the outside, Flanagan shoots. Roy dives on top of it, and now we're gonna have a fight. This is Lucas Texmo, number 6. That was a very dangerous play because Tyler Roy came out and smothered the puck with his glove hand. And the breaker had continued his pursuit to the net. If he doesn't hop over Tyler Roy's glove, his skate is detaching Tyler Roy's hand from his arm. From the press box, that's what I imagine the River Dragons are upset about. It came way too close. We'll be right back. 50 shots on net for the River Dragons. They have 6 goals.
It's hockey time again on the Chattahoochee. Your Columbus River Dragons are back in action on Saturday, February 7th as we take on the PD Ice Cats. Puck drops at 7:05 p.m. for a night of fast-paced, hard-hitting hockey. Get your tickets now at the Civic Center box office or by visiting ourdragons.com. He shoots and you score. Let's go, Dragons.
Tarps off here in Mississippi. Columbus on the Public's power play. Carter Thornton to the box. 2 minutes for a rough.
Tyler Barrow already has a hat trick tonight. Barrow with the first, fourth, and sixth goals of the night for the River Dragons. Another hat trick this year for Barrow. We had one on home ice. So left point, Brody Thornton. Ryan Galvin rink wide. Here's Colton. Thornton straight on. Galvin left circle. Goal line, Scott Doherty. Left point, Thornton. Doherty again. Doherty at the wall. Down low, Galvin. Net front tip for Colton, who had cut to the front of the cage. No deflection to be had there for number 5. The only penalty to Carter Thornton for roughing. Nobody else in the box. River Dragons on the Public's power play. 40 seconds past the halfway mark of the third period. 9:10 exactly to go. Onside and over the attacking line, it's Jemayev. He'll survey the scene. He's got Doherty to his right, goes to Thornton, who's to his left. Thornton plays catch with Galvin. Skate to stick, Jemayev. Right wing corner, it's Colton. Shooting is Doherty, score! The River Dragons score their 7th of the night on the power play. Alexander Jemayev make it 2. And fans, this is a reminder that you can win Alexander Jemayev's jersey right off of his back. Scan that QR code in the upper left-hand corner of your screen, baby. That gorgeous white uniform, the one where Alexander Jemayev has scored 2 goals tonight, could be yours. Head to Dash, scan that QR code, get yourself a raffle ticket. And who knows, Alexander Jemayev might just be calling out your name, saying that you've won the jersey right off of his back next week. Scott Doherty gets the assist. There's a penalty on Biloxi. The River Dragons will go right on back to the Public's power play. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
It feels like just yesterday our healing mission began. Inspired by visionaries, answering a higher calling. For 75 years, we've cared for this community, body, mind, and spirit. From checkups to life-saving heart surgery, from welcoming new life to supporting mental health and healing. For 3 generations, we've stood by your side, and our story is just beginning. Inspired by purpose, we are shaping the heart of healthcare.
The River Dragons on the Public's power play for another 2 minutes in the box for Biloxi. As a result of a tripping minor is number 6, Connor Mullins, on the back end. Time of the penalty comes at 11:26. River Dragons with a 6-goal lead. They're up 7-1. Barrow has a hat trick tonight. He's got the puck. Right side, Cody Wickline. Wickline with the puck on his forehand. Across the ice, the puck takes a tip off of Barokin. Barrow, Moore, shoots, save, rebound! And Barokin did all he could to keep it out, which he did. 7:57 left to play here in regulation. Barrow comes into the near dot, wins the puck back for Kirk Underwood. Underwood receives the return from Barrow. Left side of the ice, it's Cody Wickline. Down to the goal line, knocking it out of midair is Moore. Straight away, Underwood. Making the one-timer is Barrow. He does not let it rip. Barrow, Wickline, Barrow! His blast misses the net. Short-handed, this is a break for Carter Thornton. He is not denied, he scores. So the Breakers score a shorthanded goal of their own. It's Carter Thornton the best of the game. Thornton gets the goal by going backhand 5-hole on Tyler Roy.
Breakers shorthanded goal scored by number 68, Ross Bartlett.
Excuse me, they give the goal to Bartlett. 68, not 86. Okay. See, I was thinking I was going crazy. My goodness. I was questioning my play-by-play abilities. I should never do that. Come on. I was like, did I get that wrong? No, PA guy got it wrong. River Dragons still on the Public's power play for another 10 seconds. Left point, Brody Thornton. Off of the body of Galvin. Here is Scott Doherty, number 13. Doherty comes away from the wall. Now to the slot. Puck pops for Thornton, who will let it rip. Save made by Borodkin. All the way out it goes. The Florent Decor penalty kill has come to a close. Or excuse me, the Public's power play has come to a close. PA guys got me all messed up now. We'll get it back. 6:12 to go here in the third. The River Dragons have a 7-2 lead. Brody Thornton gains the blue line. Behind the net. Now to the perimeter. Ryan Galvin. Pikarczyk. All over him. Takes the puck. Now Bartlett. A 2-on-2. A slapper from Heitzner. That with quite a bit of velocity behind it. Roy with a blocker denial. Barely onside of the Breakers. Pikarczyk, left side. Samaro overtakes. Scaldi gets ready for a shove. That does not come. This will be a 2-on-1. Here is Samaro. Samaro will drift instead to the left. Now over to the near circle. Missed high over Borodkin. Anton Borodkin out there for all 7 goals against. There's a toe drag from Heitzner. No lane to the net given by Lucas Texmo. And now Scaldi, he fans on his shot. Fisher misses the net. Now Spinelli, it's blocked in front. Turning and firing is Davidson. That did not hit Tyler Roy's net. .440 to go. Matthew Horn with the puck, first-year pro. It was interesting to hear Skate Scaldi during chatting on the Chattahoochee talk about how, as Roy makes a save on the Breakers there, how Brendan Spinelli went to college with Matthew Horn. Scaldi asked Matthew, will Brendan Spinelli fight? Said yes, and they had a very fun tilt on the ice at the Civic Center. Sometimes that's just the way it works. Skate Scaldi giving us some insight into how hockey fights come to fruition. The River Dragons with a 7-2 lead, 4 minutes and 27 seconds on the clock. Here in regulation time tonight at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. A special thank you to everybody who joined me tonight on the broadcast. Wickline breakaway. This is the net. The two teams skating at even strength. Shot from the outside misses the net for the Breakers. Colton a back pass. Tyler Barrow through the middle of the ice and all the way into the Biloxi zone. No icing called despite Anton Borodkin waiting for one. So Lucchese attached to the end wall. Off of the flank, Colton picks it up. Borodkin out of his net. One hand on his stick, he'll leave it off for a teammate. Connor Mullins, number 6, inside of the near corner. Outside of the blue line, Schlepp was met by Colton. So Schlepp will back up. His pass taken right away by Barrow. Here's Wickline. Missed the net. Barrow again, and this time Borodkin got himself into position. 3:10 left. Columbus River Dragons 3 minutes away from 7 straight wins. Barrow with a hat trick tonight. What a dangle to the backhand, and his bid was blocked by Flanagan. He'll still dish it off for Thornton. It was blocked. Thornton's got it again as Barrow goes to the bench for a change. Samaro loses his balance. That allows Pikarczyk to work out on a 2-on-2 alongside Heitzner. Save made by Roy. The rebound came out past Heitzner, who takes the puck right back by lifting the stick of the River Dragon, who tried to get out of the defensive zone. So Samaro will have to make a play inside of the near side corner. Thornton, left side, Doherty. The tap from Joel Texmo to the center ice logo. Jemayev also on hat-trick watch. Excuse me, on hat-trick watch. Tyler Barrow has a hat-trick tonight. So now, Jemayev the only player on hat-trick watch. Texmo comes in, that being Joel. Jemayev smudged up. Have not seen much out of Joel Texmo and AJ Schlepp since their theatrics during the opening face-off of the third period of tonight's game. It's a little bit surprising because they were quite angry over there in the penalty box. Matthew Horn, his net drive, he winds up behind the net. Horn far side boards. This is Kirk Underwood to the cage. It missed. Scaldi there at the near wall. He tries to reverse it down said wall, but Spinelli overtakes. Onside, it's Trey Fisher, number 9. And now we've got a fight at center ice. Skate Scaldi and Brendan Spinelli. Round 2. Ding, ding, here we go. Scaldi grabs Spinelli by the sweater. Spinelli getting a few overhands to the back of Scaldi's head. Scaldi remains on his skates. He's throwing shots right back at number 55. Neither player wants to give an inch. The linesman letting them go. Each player's bucket shed, and the fight concludes. Skate Scaldi doing it all tonight. Skate Scaldi doing as he always does. Showcasing that claw. Saying, I am a Columbus River Dragon, and I am bleeping proud to be a Columbus River Dragon. And the best part of that fight is that now after chatting on the Chattahoochee with Skate Scaldi, I know, and you all know, just how much respect those two players have for one another. It's not all hateful energy. Sometimes it's just about bringing some energy to your team. And Skate Scaldi just consistently does that. The game is not over. I had a little bit of a clock issue. There is 60 seconds left to play.
1 minute remaining in the third period. Biloxi penalty number 55, Brennan Spinelli. Columbus penalty to number 37, Skate Scaldi.
So Scaldi and Spinelli, their nights are both done.
18:52 in the third period. That's Spinelli and Scaldi for fighting at 18:52.
Half a minute to play. Darius Davidson, number 8. One last rush here for Biloxi. Scott Doherty all over the biscuit. Doherty already with a goal tonight. He'll throw the body onto Christo, separate him from the puck. Doherty does not have his helmet. He'll throw a shove onto Christo anyway at the final horn, and that ends the game. Carter Thornton looks like he wants to come over to Scott Doherty, but Joel Texmo meets him first. This game has ended. The River Dragons have won for a 7th time this season over the Biloxi Breakers. They have won every single game in regulation time outside of just one. We have a huddle at center ice. The River Dragons not vacating the space, now they will. AJ Schlepp waiting at the red line, talking to Scott Doherty. They did not dance tonight, but dance in the future they may. Justin Samaro waits right outside of the blue line, gets down on the knee, he'll pray alongside a few other River Dragons. Before I let you go right here on the River Dragons Broadcast Network, allow me to recap the hockey game. Columbus once again wins by a final score of 7-2 over the Biloxi Breakers. They outshoot Biloxi 14-8 in the third. They outshot the Breakers by at least 5 in every single period of regulation time tonight. For the game, the River Dragons outshot Biloxi 54-28. The 7 goals for the River Dragons, Tyler Barrow had 3 of them. The first, 4th, and 6th goals for Columbus. Alexander Jemayev had 2. Skate Scaldi scored his 2nd as a River Dragon. And Scott Doherty, in his first game back, had a goal and had a primary assist. The goaltenders in the win, Tyler Roy, 26 saves on 28 shots. Tyler Roy keeps his winning streak alive. He's now won his fifth straight game in between the pipes. On the other side, Anton Borodkin does not get that all-elusive first win of the year. He stops 47 of 54, surrendering 7 goals in the loss. Alexander Jemayev had 2 goals. You can win the jersey right off of his back. Columbus, with the regulation win, improves to 19-11, 3-2-1. They now have 66 points. They are 13 points behind the Athens Rock Lobsters, who were idle tonight. Biloxi in the defeat falls to 5-28, 1-1-0. They remain at 18 points and in 7th and last in the Continental Division standings. Well, that just about wraps up Columbus River Dragons hockey tonight. For everybody who watched tonight's game on YouTube Live and Sporfy, thank you so much. This is Liam Godimer saying until next time, which is tomorrow night against the PD Ice Cats. stay safe, stay well, and as always, remember this one. Let's go, River Dragons.